Think we are live.
Oh, if we're live, hello everyone.
Can you just turn your TV down a tad? That'd be great.
Yep.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the Global Sim Racing Endurance Championship. This is round number 1, the 12 hours of Daytona, and you join us. Yeah, about 5 minutes in. We've had some technical difficulties.
There's just been a pass for P2 in the LMP1 class. The number 7 Toyota of Dan Garcia has just overtaken the number 8 Blonde.
Okay, I need to figure out who everyone else. Oh, God. There we go. So, I am joined today by Jason, or KMP4. If you are coming across from my YouTube channel, he is my co-partner, and he is one of the drivers for the number 7 machine you are watching on your screen. He is currently not in the driver's seat as his teammate Dakinka, you say his name?
Dancia
91 is currently in the car, and I believe he is running in a solid second place now. He is one of 3 LMP1 cars, and then there is 7 GT cars in this race. I am going to be streaming the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours of this race, as it looks like he is closing in on the leader of the race, which I believe is Maverick. Is that right?
So it's a... Yes, that's correct.
It's Maverick. It's a little bit laggy. The cars are glitching into the ground a little bit. But how do I change camera? Oh, what have I done? I don't know.
So you changed camera.
I've never used these replay cams on this game, so it's yeah.
That's fine. I'll give you a quick guide. We've had some technical difficulties. So there are 4 buttons along the screen. There's exit. Don't hit that button. There's telemetry, and the last 2 are the ones we want. There's change car and camera type. So you change car by flicking through the cars. And then there's camera type. You can choose where you're watching. So I'm currently watching my teammate, the number 7, on the bonnet cam.
Is the stream working? It doesn't seem to be working.
It's working.
Are you watching it?
I can see. I'm watching it. I can see it.
Okay, that is good.
And there's been a spin. There's a Corvette spun. I'm not sure which Corvette that was. I'm assuming that's the number 95 Corvette. Let's have a quick look. Oh
god, there's so many camera options. I don't know what to do right now. Let's go with this. Okay, here we go. We've got some good cameras. I'm just learning my way right now. I've never done this before. But it looks like we have got a battle for the lead in LMP1, as it looks like Maverick has run a little bit wide. It looks like... What's his name? The number 7 is currently going up his inside. He's not quite close enough as they go around the banking here, and he is glitching into the ground on my screen, but he's not quite close enough. And Forza cameras, come on. This is really not a good camera angle, Forza. Oh, he's in the grass a little bit. He's dropped the wheel.
They're pushing very hard. Maverick is pushing very hard to keep. Definitely one of the faster drivers in the league behind. And the number 7 Toyota, so this should be a good all race battle between the 2.
Yes, and this looks very funny on my screen. There's a bit of lag, as this is a worldwide series, and the majority of the drivers are actually from the US and the UK, and obviously I'm from Australia, and Australian internet sucks, so I am trying to do the best I can right now, but it does look a little bit odd. But it looks like he has just lost touch with Maverick as of now, as he seems to be lagging quite a lot on my screen. But I am going to have a flick through the GTs, have a look. If we go back, it looks like Woody is currently leading the GT class in 4th place
in the number 72 Bentley.
Yeah, in the number 7 Bentley. There's no 2 on it. 70... I don't know.
There is.
I'm only seeing number 7 Bentley is all I'm seeing.
There's definitely 72 on there on my screen.
What colour is his car meant to be? Black and purple. Yeah, it's white.
Yeah. Okay. So there are some glitches going on with the replay cams.
Yes, it does seem that way.
The field is pretty spread out at the moment. We've just gone to 6th place, which is the Mercedes AMG of Marco. Only short way behind Marco is N Smokes
Why is...
who I think
Oh, there is a Corvette off in the grass. It is the number... Oh, God. It's telling me it's the number 3. It's telling me it's yellow. But there is no number 3 Corvette. So, I really don't know which car this actually is. This is Ancient Slurps. So, this is the number 95 Corvette, who is currently running last. Seems to be having a few difficulties.
He is seeming to have a few difficulties. I mean, he's got a very strong team.
Are there any cameras? Oh my god, all these cameras are terrible.
Which is really interesting because
they all seem to be
they've got Russian bullets.
They all seem to be front on and side on. They don't seem like regular cameras.
You can go to...
Is there a good chase camera?
You just have to play with it a bit because I'm not too sure. I usually just use replay cameras. And I'm currently just looking at the number something Lamborghini. The number 33 Lamborghini, who's on the main straight coming into the...
And it looks like we've just seen the first lapping within a single class there, as the number 72 Bentley has lapped the number 95 Corvette.
The Corvette's had some struggles, and the 72 car's got an extremely strong team in Nightmare, the fastest driver in the league, Woody, and Insane, who are two.
There we go. I found a nice camera. The game camera looks good. And he has had a big lock-up, the number 95 Corvette, and he is having many difficulties by the looks of things. Or this could just be my internet crapping itself, because he is jumping a lot on my screen.
He's having a torrid day. And here we are, we're coming up to lapping some of the
And
GT
he's being
cars
lapped again.
for
And that looked like it was the number 33 Lamborghini, driven by Jesse Elverson. Sole driver, he's going to be driving the entire 12 hours here. That's commitment, and I think he is going to struggle towards the end of this race. Just simply doing 12 hours straight.
The number 8 Toyota of a blonde, Jocelyn Alexandra, is also doing the whole 12 hours in the LMP1, so that's tremendous commitment. But it seems, as we're looking on board with the number 2 of Maverick in the Audi, he has managed to get through the traffic a lot better than my teammate, the number 7 of Dangxia. And the gap is sort of staying around the same as they're coming up to lap a Corvette. Which, because there's only one Corvette, oh hang on, it might be the number 59, no, he's backed off, so that's the number 95 Corvette, or the number 2.
I'm playing with stuff right now, I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to sort some stuff out, trying to find positions, nose, yeah, this is, yeah. Turn the telemetry off, shall we?
It's a good solid drive though, so far from the LMP1 cars. As we're 15 minutes into this race, I'm expecting to see a pit stop very shortly.
Yes, as you say that, one of the cars is coming into the pits. Yes, your teammate is coming in for his first stop of the race.
And so is, that looks like the number 8 Toyota, I think. And there's just been an overtake on Charger. I can hear that through the game chat.
If we now jump on board with the current leader, your teammate is coming in for his first stop of the race. He looks fairly comfortable out where he is right now. Doesn't seem to be any traffic. I didn't catch if he jumped into the pits, but judging...
No, he hasn't.
Okay, he hasn't been to the pits just yet, so we could possibly see...
I assume he'll pit this lap.
Yeah, there could possibly be the undercut here for your teammate. Will it work out, though? I'm not too sure. I honestly don't know how overpowered an undercut is on a game like this, but he seems to be having a little bit of difficulty on these cold tires right now, or that could just be the laggy game on these replay cams. It's hard to tell, but he is missing that apex, an absolute treat.
Cold tyres are very difficult when coming out of the pits. The first initial 4 or 5 corners.
Yeah, so I am going to jump back to the current leader of the LMP1 class, Maverick, and we're going to see he has continued on for another lap, so he is not coming into the pits just yet, so he must be going alright in terms of fuel, as he is going through turn 1 right now.
Fuel is going to be a really crucial point in this race because the Toyota can only do about 13 minutes worth of fuel when I've been testing, and he's already at 16 minutes, so it's going to put us a bit of a disadvantage. It seems that the Audi's got better fuel consumption at the current point in time.
Yes, it does seem that way, as he looks like he's coming up to lap the leading GT Bentley, I believe, the number 72 machine.
Yeah, that does look like the 72 machine, very much so. Coming on to overtake him on the banking, which is probably the easiest place to do a lapping.
Yeah, hopefully the Bentley moves out of his way quite nicely, and that is quite a simple move.
Quite a simple move.
Now, the question is he going to peel off into the pit lane here?
He's pitting this lap.
He is?
This lap. I've just realised he's got his teammate on. He's got his teammate telling him to pit. He's got his teammate watching him, telling him to pit.
So it looks like the leader of the LMP1 class, Maverick, in the number 2 Audi, is going to be coming into the pit lane for his first pit stop of the race. But this is very interesting because it looks like he has lasted about 18 minutes with this tank of fuel. Whereas the Toyota, the current second place LMP1 car, could only do about 13 or 14 minutes. Cause this looks like a potential advantage for the Audi.
It's a quick turnaround for the Audi. Let's have a look at where the number 7 is.
I'm going to keep my eyes on the number 2. Currently waiting to see. He is coming out of the pits now. He's just accelerating out of the pits, and he's almost come together, coming out of the pits with a Lamborghini there. The black Lamborghini, the number 33 machine.
Place.
But it looks like he has held on to his position.
There's not that much of a difference between...
He's gone awfully wide, or is that just the lag?
No, it looks like he made a bit of a mistake. The number 7 caught up quite a bit there, and the Lamborghini lets through the number 7 car.
How laggy is your replay cams when you're watching it?
No, none, not very.
Mine are lagging like a bitch. Oh, he's hit the tires on my screen.
It looks like he did run a bit wide, yes.
I didn't think you would hit the tires.
Is using warm tires to his advantage, and he is just closing him right on the number 2. This could end up being very close between the 7 and the 2 car. He's right on his tail.
That looks like they both just cut that corner an absolute treat there.
They're both pushing pretty hard. It's very easy to do. Oh, he just dips off the banking very slightly. He's trying to find a way past the number 2. This is for the lead. Can he make it down into turn 1? Okay,
we are now watching from behind the second place, number 7 Toyota, as he is on slightly worn tires, but he has a little bit less fuel in the car, as it looks like the leading Audi in the LMP1 cars has run very, very wide, and that has gifted the lead to the number 7 machine.
A slight mistake.
That's got to be good for you, taking the lead of this race in the early stages. 20 minutes in, you've now got the lead. You've got to be quite happy with that.
It's good to have the lead at any point in the race, but the most important time to have the lead is on that 12th hour, so...
Obviously, but, you know, track position, it's important. You want to be out in front and building a lead, and it actually looks like Maverick has had a fairly large mistake, as he has fallen a very long way back off of your team.
He's going slower than he was in the first stint by the looks of it, so I'm not sure what is happening there, unless he's just saving fuel, which I can imagine.
And it looks like Mr. Blonde is a fair way back again. Now,
yeah.
How is the stream?
The stream's going good.
Is it really laggy? Because it might seem a bit laggy, because even just on my Xbox it is actually quite jumpy and stuff. So that might not be the stream, that could just be the game crapping itself, trying to do two things at once here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the GTs, I am really sorry, I got caught up in that battle for the lead there in the LMP1s, but let's have a look at the GT runners. We are now looking at the number 72 Bentley, who is currently leading the GT class. He is coming down into turn 4 by the looks of it. If we look back onto the second place GT car, we have the Lamborghini, the number 33 machine of Jesse Overton, or whatever, Elverson, I should say. Apologies there. But he looks like he is a fair way off. So it looks like the Bentley is currently quite comfortable in the lead of the GT class. But let's have a look a bit further back, see if there's any more battles.
There's a bit of a slide from number
further
7.
back.
Looks like the field's pretty spread out.
Yes, the GTs look very, very spread out as we now jump onto the third place GT car. It is the Mercedes of Mr. Marco 1100, the 16 Mercedes, and he looks like he is a fair way back off second place. And let's have a look at fourth place, and that's a lot of lag there, as he is even further back. So the front three in GTs looks like they have made a bit of a bolt from the rest of the GT field, but they are also quite spread out, those front three. And if we have a bit further back, now the number there is no number 3 Corvette, the yellow Corvette. This is Ancient Slurps. The number 95 Corvette, he looks like he is really struggling today, and he is a fair way back. And there is only 8 runners as of now, so there's 2 cars actually missing from the grid by the looks of things. Not sure what is going on there.
Well, I can help you with that. One team did not turn up, or one driver did not turn up.
Who was that?
558 Corvette of Chris Cronick. And then we had a disconnection from Murphy's Law.
Oh, that's
from
right.
The 59.
So the number 59 Corvette disconnected like seconds into the race or something, which is very unfortunate for him.
I'm sure his team will be back in for the second hour.
Yeah, they'll be back for the next few stints.
Oh, sorry. Third hour.
But really, they're just driving for fun then.
Yeah.
It
seems to be quite a good gap.
Yeah, it seems very spread out. Everything seems really spread out right now.
Really.
Now,
Maverick is still struggling the exit of the bus stop, cutting the corner a little bit.
Oh wow, this is really dodgy right now as I've jumped back on board to the number 7 Toyota, the current leader of the race and leader of the LMP1 class. Now, what was I going to say? I had something in mind I was going to say. That's right. If you don't know how this race works, because you're probably wondering how do you do a 12-hour race in Forza, you can't exactly do a full-on 12-hour race. You can only do like 2 hours at a time. So the race has actually been broken down into 6 2-hour stints. So I'm going to be commentating and live streaming the first and the last one. So I'm going to be streaming for another hour and a half, and then when we get for the second, third, fourth, and fifth stints, I will not be commentating as it's like almost midnight here in Australia, but I'll be getting back up early in the morning for the final stint of the race to cover the end of the race. But it's going to be quite confusing towards the end, in terms of where everyone's at. But that's my job to work out. You guys, I'll figure that out and I'll tell you, and you don't have to think about it, hopefully, assuming it's going to be early in the morning, I won't be functional. But anyway, there's really nothing going on right now.
It's really spread out. I will not be joining you in the commentary box for stint 6 as I am driving.
Yes, you're going to be driving in that final stint. Who's joining me again?
So by the looks of it, it'll be Maverick, who is currently in the number 2 hour.
Oh, looks like the driver you are competing with for the lead, or for the win of this race. It's interesting.
Yeah. So you'll be able to get contrasting views.
Yes. How do you qualify for a Forza race? You can't actually qualify for a Forza race, but there's not that many cars in this race, so it was just off a random grid. So you had the three
Yes,
LMP ones
correct.
at the front, and then all the GTs behind. It was just a random grid, and because there's 6 stints, they'll all be random for each sort of stint, and it should sort of even itself out into where everyone gets to start. That's the theory, but you can't actually qualify in a Forza race, unfortunately.
So, going on to that topic, for the first stint, so this stint, the grid was set random for class, so the cars were randomized in class. In the next 5 stints, they'll be randomized completely, because obviously in endurance race you've got lapping GT cars, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
So, from stints 2 to 5, it'll be completely random start. So, the number 7 could end up in 6th place.
It'll make it very interesting, won't it? It's gonna change things up a bit. But by the looks of things, the pace difference between a lot of the cars, especially across the classes, the mixed up grid shouldn't really take too much effect, I don't think. And if anything, it'll just produce for good racing, really.
It will, and it'll make things a bit interesting in turn 1.
Yes, it will. Hopefully, for the final stint, everything will work. My Xbox will work.
I had to cut you off. The number 7 Toyota's just come into the pits.
Number 7 Toyota, the leader of the LMP1 class, has come into the pits. I am going to continue to ride on board with Maverick. You could just see the Toyota in the pits there, and Maverick has continued on his merry way, as we're now going to actually jump back to the number 7 Toyota and see where he comes out. He's about to leave the pit lane just about now. Now, it looks like he has made it about the same distance, about 14 minutes on that fuel.
Yeah. Oh, there's a mistake from the number 2. There's a mistake from the number 2 Audi Maverick. He lost rear end coming out of turn 4.
How much time did he lose?
He would have lost half a second to a second to the number 7.
That's not nice. So, from what we saw in the first stint, it looks like the Audi can go probably an extra 4 minutes or so on his fuel. So he'll probably be pitting in the next 10 minutes. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to look. It looks like you guys are going to be making a lot more stops than that Audi. But it looks like you might just have the pace edge over him, but it doesn't look like it's that much. It's going to be interesting.
Pace, but it looks like Dan hasn't made many mistakes in the number 7 so far this race.
That's good. You just want in an endurance race, you want to be more consistent. Consistency is key in an endurance race.
It is very key, and we've made less mistakes, so we're half a pit stop behind. So
where Mr. Blonde, he looks like he's coming out of the first banking and coming down towards the chicane. If we jump back on board with the number 7. He is about to go into turn 1. If we go on to Maverick, who has not currently pitted, he's going... Oh, he's off in the grass! He is off in the grass. This is a big mistake from the leading Audi. This is really going to compromise him. It's going to be very interesting after the stops where he comes out.
It's interesting because it looks like we're closing the number 7. I shouldn't say we, but the number 7 is closing right in on the Audi. And it looks like we're going to make up that extra pit stop we're probably going to have to make.
Yeah, you guys have been more consistent, and I think you just have the pace edge. That looks like a Corvette a long way off the track there. I am not sure which car that is. I believe it is Ancient Slurps. Yes, that was Ancient Slurps, a long way off the track. He is having a horrid day. He's given it his best shot, and that's what's important.
It is. So I'm going to have a quick look and see where the number 7 is, because this is the most interesting battle. And number 7, he is on the straight. He's just come into the bus stop now. Where's the number 2? Are you on board with the number 2?
No, I'm just getting slightly distracted because I have stuffed something up in my overlay. Oh crap, I'll just change that up now. Thanks for letting me know. I typed too quick when I was setting up the overlay for the stream, and I kind of typed it wrong. I misspelled endurance.
Whoops. Looks like I spelled it, really.
Let's just
I
get
didn't notice that. I'm such a bad
Photoshop
speller.
up. Come on, Photoshop. I'll change that up quickly. Where's Photoshop? It's gonna work.
There's almost half a track between the number 72 of Woody and the the number 72 Bentley of Woody to the number 33 Lamborghini of Charger.
Endurance. That's better.
I believe Charger is one of the drivers who he said is doing a full 2 hour. It's 12 hour.
I don't even understand how you could do that. A full 12 hour, far out.
It's going to be really tough.
I didn't even want to do 2 hours of this, to be honest. I just wanted to commentate it.
It's been tough. It would be tough. I mean, I'm only doing 4 hours of driving. We're splitting into 4-4-4 between the three of us. So, and then I think there's a two-man. Is there a two-man team? Yeah, the number 2 is a two-man team. Number 2 is a two-man team, and then there are Charger and everyone else is a 3.
There we go. It should be fixed now. We remove that layer, and then we can go order, move down, move down. Thanks for letting me know, mate. Just typed it a bit too quickly and made a little mistake there. Anyway, back to the racing. Did the Audi make his stop?
I don't think so. As I'm just on board with the
He is missing the apex by a mile, though.
the number 2.
Yeah, Maverick, he's starting to struggle a little bit. A few mistakes creeping in here and there. Losing the back end a little bit as he comes out into the banking. He's having a little bit of difficulty.
The tyres on the Toyota were really good.
So,
Maverick's boxing this lap, I've just been told.
Okay, so what you're saying, the Audi's better on fuel, but you guys are better on the tyre wear.
Yeah.
This could make for a very interesting race, because you seem fairly similar on pace. I think you guys might just have the edge, but obviously we have multiple drivers. That's going to change from stint to stint. But I believe he's going to be coming into the pits as he's lapping the leading Bentley, the number 72 machine, as he does coming in. Oh my god, for a minute it looked like he was going to hit the freaking wall or something there, I don't know. But it's a bit glitchy.
He almost did.
He almost did.
There goes the number 7, he's just gone past
You guys look like you are now going to be comfortably in the lead here. I'll let you know when Maverick gets back up to speed, accelerates out of the pit lane, stay on board with the number 7, and now he is back racing. Where are you guys at?
We have just gone past turn 4 and overtaken the...
And Maverick has made a very big mistake going into turn 1, gone quite wide. It looked like a lock-up as well.
Cold tyres coming out of pits is very difficult. I did that in a lot of my practice runs as we're coming up to the number 72 Bentley. The number 7 has just overtaken the number 72.
Now, something I wanted to do before the actual race started, but due to my Xbox being an absolute bitch, I didn't actually get into the lobby until the race had started. I was going to go through the track map, and now those pit stops have filtered through. There's not much action going on. I thought, Jason, you could take us through the map. The track, I should say.
So yes, this is the Daytona International Circuit. It is 5.78 kilometers or 3.38 miles in length. The best sections of the track for me is the bus stop chicane, turns 8, 9, 10, 11. That's my favourite part of the track, as it's very nice. If you hop on board with one of the cars, Lockie, through the bus stop, you'll see it's a very high speed corner, and you've got to be very committed on the brakes to get maximum out of it, and change gear halfway through it from 4th to 3rd in the LMP1s. Also, the second complex of corners after turn 1, which number 7 has just entered, is a really nice section. It's flat out. go from third to fourth, up through there. They're the notable moments on the track.
And then, of course, you have the big bankings at 7 and 12.
Yeah.
The very famous bankings here at Daytona.
They are very famous bankings. You can tell it's 11:30.
Yeah.
11:36.
It's late at night, guys. They decided to put the race on from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. our time, which... Thanks, guys. But then again, we're the only Australians and the majority of people are from the US and the UK, so... Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you live in Australia. But anyway, let's get rid of that track map and get back to the racing. And I haven't really seen too much go on, as we're going to jump on board with the number 7, currently leading the LMP1 class. And this is that bus stop chicane Jason was talking about. A very nice complex of corners, very, very nice to drive.
Taken almost to perfection by Dan.
It was very nice. Now,
because on the turn 11, you've got to take all the car off the track apart from a millimeter of your tire.
Yeah. Oh, and there's someone from Ireland.
Get the best stick. There is an Irishman. I think
yes, he's just reminding me in the chat.
Sorry, mate. That's how bad. Dan's made a mistake. He's off in the grass. I think he was trying to lap one of the cars, but it looked like he caught up too quickly to one of the cars and just made a mistake.
Yes. Okay, I think we should go... Actually, I just want to watch for a minute. Something's going to happen on track. He's going to lap someone. Yep, this is the most exciting thing happening right now. A lapping. And he's actually backed out of it there. Dan, being a little bit careful, doesn't want to damage the car and doesn't want to compromise the race, doesn't want to risk it too much with the back markers, and the Audi has got out of the way very nicely there. I believe that was the 74, yes, the 74 machine of Rene Garcia.
Why don't we run on board with Dan for a lap here at Daytona?
Okay, I'll let you commentate an entire flying lap with Dan.
So here we are, we're coming up to the turn 12 banking. There's a lap car just in front of us who might or might not catch up to me in this lap. So the bankings here are really nice. Then we've got the short try, because it's a triable. We've got the short try bit of the banking coming up, which is the start-finish line here at Daytona. We're looking for the braking zone of turn 1, which is about the black line of the track. Hard on the brakes from 7th down to 2nd gear. Very nicely taken from Dan. Also for that chicane, he missed a little bit of the second apex, but he's doing a good job on this lap so far. Late apex there, he does a perfect switch back to lap. I think that was, I don't know what car that was. And then we're coming to a very fast 5th corner. Very nice, just a small turn of the steering wheel. Hard on the brakes, it's difficult to judge there. He tends to take a bit of a different line than I do. He went for an early apex through there, I go for a bit of a later apex. And then here, 4th to 2nd, just relaxing. And you don't want to hit the throttle too early in that corner, because if you do, the car will spin. Now we're coming back onto the banking, which again is very nice to be on the bankings. Coming down into the bus stop. Now if Dan takes it like I do, he'll be in 7th gear coming down here. And
I should have got the telemetry up.
Put hard on the brakes, and then 4th to 3rd for the final bit, and he takes the second apex extremely well. And then we're coming back onto the banking, as he's going for a rather high line to come back in. Very, very nice done. And yeah, that is one lap of the Daytona 12 hour. Very good lap by Dan.
And it looks like he peels into the pits. Yes, he is back in the pits at the 41-minute mark of this race.
So he's made 3 pit stops so far. A quick pit stop from the Toyota guys, and is he still on P1?
It looks as if I'm going to jump on board with Maverick, and he has literally just passed him as I did that. And Maverick has taken the lead, And I think roughly, so you guys roughly take about 14 minutes for a stint, and these guys go an extra 4 minutes than you, as he actually runs very, very wide there, a big mistake. But you guys have made 3 stops, and he has made 2, so things are almost for position here.
Things are for position.
Yeah, with the pit stops, I think they've sort of filtered out a bit now that this is almost for position.
It is, and I mean, Dan's driving extremely well. He's made 1 mistake all race.
He's made a lot less mistakes than Maverick has in the number 2 machine. He is now lapping the GTs, and I should probably actually look at the GTs. I have been ignoring them so far in the stream. I do apologize for that. That is very bad of me. But if we now jump on board with the number 72 Bentley, he looks like he's comfortably in the lead of the GT class right now, assuming Charger isn't right behind him, but it doesn't
Maverick's made a bit of a mistake. Maverick made a bit of a mistake as he's feeling the pressure from Dan.
So is there going to... Oh, there is going to be a race on for the lead of this race, as we are now riding on board with the number 7 Toyota, driven by Dan, and he is coming up behind Maverick and the number 2 Audi. This is going to be an interesting race.
Down the inside. I don't think he will.
No, he's backed out of it.
Oh,
they made contact.
There
was a lot of contact on my screen, but then again, it is a little bit laggy on my end. I do apologize for that. There's nothing I can really do about it. I'm doing the best that I can.
Now the question is, does he have damage?
Now, I can check that.
Does he have damage on the telemetry? Let's have a look.
There is no damage. Oh, he's gone up the inside! He has gone up the inside. And that is a beautiful move right there from Dan to take the lead of the 12 hours of Daytona at the 43-minute mark of this very long race, to say the least. Now I'm going to jump back onto Maverick. And he has fallen well off. Maverick is feeling the pressure right now.
I think it was... That looked like a bit of a racing incident. A bit of... Maverick broke a little bit earlier than Dan was expecting him to, because I think the Toyota is very good on the brakes.
It was a bit hard to tell from my end with all the lag, but nonetheless, I don't think, yeah, it looked like a racing incident. I don't think there was nothing malicious going on or anything. And I think everyone's just going to forget that happened, as it didn't affect the positions. But Dan in the number 7 Toyota for K Motorsports has taken the lead of this race from Maverick in the number 2 Audi.
I'll be 1 second, I'm just going to talk to the drivers for a second.
Okay, sure thing. While he does that, I am going to have a look at the GTs, as we now look at, what's his name? The number 72 Bentley, and he is currently leading the GTs, and there we go, back into the right camera. If we jump back into second place in the GTs, we have the number 33 Lamborghini, driven by Charger, who is doing this entire race by himself, full 12 hours. Props to him. It looks like... Never mind, I was going to... yeah, brain fart. It's late at night. If we go and have a look at third place, Mr. Marco.
Maverick just made a mistake.
Another mistake. Ooh, that's tricky. If we now have a look at Mr. Marco in the number 16 Mercedes, he is currently running in what looks like a lonely third place, as he is actually running quite wide through, I think that is turn 5. I think it's turn 5. We now have a look off the podium positions in the GT class. We have the number 45 Audi. No, there's no number 45.
One of the Corvettes is really struggling. I think that was the number 95.
The 74 Audi, I should say. Some of the liveries haven't actually loaded on my game, so it's a bit hard to tell because the numbers are different with my sheet of all the drivers, so I apologize for that, but that's sort of out of my control right now. Now if we go to last place, we have Ancient, what was his name? Ancient Slurps in the Corvette, who looks like he's going to be coming into the pits, and he's having difficulty, and I think
struggle.
he is a long way back right now, which is unfortunate for him, but he's given his best, and that is what is important.
He is really struggling at the moment, unfortunately.
So, it looks as if nothing is actually really happening in the GTs. Everything is very, very spread out. The order has not changed pretty much since the start of the race. So we're going to jump back on board with the Team K car, number 7, driven by Dan right now. And he's going a little bit wide there. We're going to now... Oh, taking out a few cones there. I'm not sure if that was just on my screen. We're going to jump back to second place, Maverick, who... Dan is almost out of sight.
He is. He's pulling away a lot. I think we're going to pull off. We seem just to have a bit more consistency. And we've just hit the 45-minute mark.
Yes, 47 on my... Oh, 40... Yeah,
47.
Yeah.
We started a minute late.
Apologies. But remember, this is endurance racing. Anything can happen. One slip up and everything can change. And we've got another 11 hours and 15 minutes ahead of us, so...
We do.
I wouldn't be popping the champagne just yet.
No, we don't plan on popping the champagne.
Until it's over in another 11 hours time. I just said that.
Yeah.
Thanks, no. BCK Racer. Oh, I give up sometimes. Oh.
Thanks, BCK. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
It's almost midnight, so come on. Cut me some slack. Yeah.
Dan's doing a good job for us, isn't he?
He is doing a very good job for you right now. The thing that he is doing right now is he's very consistent. He's really quick, but he's so consistent right now that I don't think I've seen him personally make a single mistake so far this race. And
I think he's made one.
Yeah.
One very slight mistake.
I think you guys, from what I've seen when you are fairly close, you seem almost on par, pace-wise, with the number 2 Audi. But consistency is key right now, and you guys have that, and Maverick doesn't, and that's why you guys are leading the race right now.
Exactly. I mean, in fairness, Dan and BCK have experience. Correct me if I'm wrong, BCK. You both got experience in
Oh, he's your teammate, isn't he? Yeah.
They've both got experience in the Endurance Championship from before, so I don't think Maverick has.
Yes, he's doing a pretty good job. There's just a few cobwebs in him right now, and he's starting to get them out. Hopefully, he can get that sorted out by the time... Is he racing again? He's racing in the 3rd stint and in the 5th stint, so hopefully he can sort of get the cobwebs out and smooth things up. Hopefully, I hope he starts to get his shit together, less mistakes, because I want to see a real battle for this race.
I'm sure we'll have to see how we go. I think because he's a very quick driver, Maverick.
Yeah, he's very quick. Just the consistency is not there.
I don't think he's done much driving in the Endurance Championship before.
Let's have a look where Mr. Blonde is. Haven't looked at Mr. Blonde in a while, and he looks like he is in a very lonely 3rd place right now in the LMP1 class. So
I've just hopped the stats for the Mavericks boxing this lap. Mavericks boxing this lap. So I'm just having a look at the previous GSR Endurance Championship, and the drivers who are driving currently who was in that was Mr. Blonde, PFM Charger, Bullet isn't driving at the moment, and BCK, who isn't driving at the moment.
He's your teammate, isn't he? Yes, he was talking in the chat a minute ago, as the number 2 Audi is in the pit lane. So I'm actually going to jump back on board with Mr. Blonde. I think he's going to be a bit too far back because he's only going to the chicane now. He's going to be way too far back to even challenge. So it looks like it's going to be a 2-horse battle for the lead. But as I've said many times, this is endurance racing and things can change very quickly.
And Maverick looks like he has just exited the pits.
Yes, he has, and there's no way to check gaps, is there?
I don't think so.
That is rather frustrating. Do you guys like having this chase camera? Personally, I think it's a little bit better because the other one sort of glitches around a bit, but if you want me to go back to the normal TV cameras, just let me know.
Oops. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk to the drivers quickly.
Okay. I'll just take this opportunity to just plug my own YouTube channel. Yep. I'm going to be uploading highlights from the 4 hours that I stream of this race to my YouTube channel. It's in the top right hand of your screen, top right hand corner of your screen, X Fitcho. I'd really appreciate it if you could go over and subscribe and whatnot. Okay, this camera's good, thanks. That's what I was thinking, because it just doesn't move as much and it's a bit less glitchy. So I'll just keep it on this for now. Okay, there's no point really looking back at the GTs. Let's have a look at Dan, how he is traveling. And he is currently going into turn number 3. Looks like there might be a little bit of traffic ahead of him, but nothing he can't handle right now. It looks like he's got quite a comfortable lead over Maverick. If we jump back to Maverick, he's only going through turn 2 now, so it looks like he's got a fairly good lead. And if we go back to Mr. Blonde, he is just going to turn 1 now. So it looks like the LMP1 class has really started to spread itself out, a bit like the GTs right now.
Yes, so there's not much action going on at the moment. I'm going to see. So let's have a look at Charger, who's doing it all himself and sitting in a very respectable second.
He is in that Lamborghini, isn't he?
Yeah, just relaxing in the number 33.
He's doing quite good in that Lamborghini. Holding down second, I haven't watched him very much at all, so I really don't know if he's been making lots of mistakes or anything. But he's obviously doing something right to be in second place. But it's going to be interesting come the end of the race where he stands. As Jason just said, he's doing the entire 12 hours by himself. So the same as Mr. Blonde, so it could make it interesting towards the end. Just see how he actually holds up. Okay, let's have a look back up with Dan. Now, because I didn't get streaming when I planned to, there's a few things I wanted to go through before the stream. And I was going to run through all the teams and the drivers. You've sort of already got a feel for it all throughout the stream so far. But let's just have a little bit of a look. In the LMP1 class, we have 3 cars running, obviously. We have the number 2 Audi, driven by Maverick and Samson. Maverick is currently in the car. Then we have the K Motorsports entry, number 7 Toyota, which we have Jason K, who is currently commentating with me. We have BCK Racer, and we have Dan, who is currently in the car. And then we have Mr. Blonde in the number 8 Toyota, who is doing the entire 12 hours by himself. Now, if we have a look at the GT class, we have in the number 16 Mercedes, we have Mr. Marco, Copper Nuts, and
Shrinking Steve.
Shrinking Steve. Text is a bit small for me to read. My eyesight should be good, jeez. I'm like 16 years old, that's a worry.
You need glasses like me.
I do have glasses, but they're not with me right now. In the number 33 Lamborghini, we have Charger doing the entire race by himself. And then the 59 Corvette, who is currently not in the race, because Murphy's Law, the driver for the first stint, actually had his game crash in the first minute or so of the race, which is which is really, really unfortunate for him, as Dan is having a little bit of difficulty lapping that car, but I'm sure those guys will be back for the remaining stints just to have a bit of fun and have some good racing. But obviously they won't be competing for any sort of positions, unfortunately for them, but their drivers are Murphy's Law and CCRO Green. Then we have the number 72 Bentley, who is currently leading the GT class. We have at the wheel there currently, I believe, is Nightmare. Then they also have Insane, Hyena, and Woody 17X driving for them. Then in the 70...
Woody is currently in the car.
Oh, Woody is? Sorry, my bad. My bad, I apologize for that. Then we have the 74 Audi of Smokes. And then we have the 95 Corvette of Mission Built Ancient Slurps, who is currently in the car and having a little bit of difficulty, and Hammerlock. And then there is also the 585 Audi of Chris Chronic 585, but he has not shown for the race, so we doubt he will be here for any of the latter stints.
He may be. He might just be stuck up in work or real life or something. So.
Jeez, real life. Wow. Who needs real life when you got sim racing?
We've just got a question. How can you join the race? So the race is organised by Global Sim Racing. You can look them up on Twitter at Global Sim Racing. You can go to their website, globalsimracing.org/en.
Yeah, just give me a sec. Where's my mouse? Yeah, there's the web address across the bottom of your screen, www.globalsimracing.org/en. I'll just leave that up for a second if you want to have a look at the website.
The next race is in April, the 6 Hours of Sebring, and yeah, it's a really good community. I've been part of GSR for nearly a year now.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed hanging out with the guys. They're a good bunch of guys, so.
Yeah. So, about this series, the Global Sim Racing Endurance Championship, there is going to be 6 rounds over the course of the entire year, one every about 2 months, and I am going to be trying to stream every single round of this championship, and I might even consider streaming some of the other series depending on timing, obviously, but I'll definitely try and stream every single round of the GSR Endurance Championship.
At least the last stint.
Oh, not the entire race, but I will stream something of it. I will stream some part of it. I will try my best.
Yeah.
Thanks, BCK Racer, for posting that link. Go to GT, sorry about that. But as I sort of said a little bit already, the GTs, there's really not too much happening. Woody is currently leading the GT class in the number 72 Bentley. And then if we jump back to Charger, he is a long way back. He is currently about to go round the left-hand hairpin and onto the first banking. And Woody, the current leader, was just coming off the second banking onto the start-finish straight. So there is a big gap from first to second, currently in the GT class. Looks like he's possibly getting out of the way. Yes, for an LMP1 car there. Very well done of Charge there. And then in third place we have Mr. Marco in the number 16 Mercedes, who's a fair way back again.
Someone's run out of fuel. Someone's run out of fuel. I don't know who it is.
Number?
I don't know.
A GT?
It sounds like the 33 Lamborghini. Sounds like the 33 Lamborghini has run out of fuel.
Where's Charger?
He's slowing down.
Charger, number 33 Lamborghini is out of fuel. He is definitely out of fuel. This is not good for him. This is really not good for him.
He's at the bus stop. He's not going to make it back to the pits.
I will just get the track map up for you guys for a second. He is currently going through the bus stop chicane at the top of your screen, and he's got to get all the way around that long turn 12 to get back to the pits. It's going to be tough for him as I don't think he's going to make it.
Oh, he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it.
This isn't like F1 2015 where you can just keep going. Where is the fuel? Does it say fuel anywhere? Is there any?
Yeah, it's in damage.
Damage, is it?
He's out.
Where is it? 0% fuel. That is not good. He is not going to make it back. Unfortunately.
He's still rolling, so there is a chance, but he's going very
He's
slowly.
currently going 16, and I'm not sure if I've got it in miles or K on this game. The engine's gone. Completely off. There's nothing. No sound anymore. This is looking very, very grim for Charger right now. He was doing a stellar job holding down that Lamborghini in second place. He's pushed too hard on the fuel. But he's still going at 16, so he could still make it back right now. His speed has stayed constant around this banking. He might be able to make it back to the pits. I'm not too sure. I really hope he does.
Marco's overtaken him, and by the looks of it... Oh, yeah, is that Marco? Yeah, Marco's overtaken him, and he's just cruising to the pits.
I really hope for his sake he can make it back and get going again, because he's been doing a stellar job so far holding down second place. And he is doing the full 12 hours. Hopefully he doesn't do this again. He's just pushed a little bit too hard on the fuel. He should have pit a lap earlier. This is disaster for him.
It's heartbreaking to watch someone as talented as him to make just a slight error on fuel. I mean,
it's easy to do. The Forza fuel's a bit odd from memory.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was doing in practice, being very careful on the fuel. So yeah,
He's still going at 16, I'm going to guess kilometers. I don't even know what it said on this game.
It must be miles, because I've got 26. I've got 26 at speed. So
16 miles an hour, 26k. He's going to make it back to the pits and get going again, but he is going to be on a recovery drive. He's down in 7th now. This is not good.
He's down in 7th.
It's really unfortunate for Charger, but he's a good driver. And he was running second in the field, so he's definitely got the ability and the pace, so there's no reason he can't get back there. But it's just going to be a challenge now. He just needs to try his best to make up as much as he can this race and not fall a lap down on like the second place GT runners, because that's when it's going to really stuff him up when we go to the second stint and stuff.
Yeah, he's weaving the wheel, trying to get as much as he can. He's so close to the pit lane. I do envy him.
This is very, very unlucky, but as I just said, he needs to make sure he doesn't fall a lap down to the people he was in front of, because when we change stints, he's going to start the next race with them, but a lap down.
Yeah. Let's have a look at where Marco is.
It's going to make it very tricky for him, but I hope for his sake it's not too bad. Oh, look at this! He enters the pit lane and oh, it's got fuel again. It's a miracle. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Accelerated up to the pit box.
GG Forza, GG, but he's going to get some more fuel. He's going to get going again.
He's going to be a guy to watch for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, he will be interesting to watch till the end of this stint. Let's just get rid of that telemetry now.
So, I feel sorry for him. That's really disappointing.
He is going to be a man on a mission from here on out.
Very much so. Very much so.
It's going to be difficult for him doing the entire 12 hours after something like that, but hopefully he learns from that mistake and he doesn't do it again. I hope for his sake.
It looks like it. And
he is down in 7th.
Number 7 has lapped the Mercedes.
Where is Mr. Marco, who was behind him before he ran out of fuel? He hasn't been lapped, but he hasn't. No, Mr. Marco's only coming into turn 1 now.
Where is Charger?
And Charger is he's probably just come out of the infield now. So I don't think he's been lapped, which is...
That's incredible.
Or he's even more than a lap down now, but I think he had enough of a gap that I think he hasn't been lapped, but I can't confirm that, unfortunately.
JRCFC19, what happened, which Corvette are you talking about? Ancient Slurps or Murphy's Law? Or...
there's only one currently in the race, because Murphy's Law, the number 59 Corvette, disconnected right at the start. As for the Corvette you're seeing on screen, he's having a little bit of difficulty.
He's had a struggle.
He's
struggling a bit.
Not comfortable in the car from what I've seen. Which Corvette was this? This was Slurps. This is the 95 Corvette. 95. Okay, it hasn't been confirmed who's doing each stint. I was gonna check, see how many more stints he was doing compared to everyone else's. Has he just gone straight into the wall on your screen? Were you watching him? That was very odd. He just didn't turn out of the pits. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, Slurps. He's just hasn't been on the pace today, making many mistakes.
I'm fairly sure he's a rookie in GSR. I think this may be his first race.
Could be. And it looks like the number 7, the leader of this race, is in the pit lane.
And he's pretty much due for a pit stop, so.
Yeah, it's about right. It's about the time he comes in.
Now, I want to keep on board with him to see where the number 2 is. Oh, he's come out of the pits.
Yeah, he's coming out of the pits. I'm going to jump back to Maverick, who is in second place, who's also in the pit lane. Interesting.
Oh, really?
So they've both pitted on the same lap. Oh, we've got 12 people watching now. That's cool. I only just noticed.
Cool.
It was down at 5. Hello, 12 people.
Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate
that's awesome. I didn't think there was going to be this many people interested, to be honest.
We hope you're enjoying the race.
I hope you guys are enjoying it. The commentary might not be great, but I have said it many times. It's now in the AMs. It is now 12:08 in the morning. It's very late at night here. So, a bit tired, but I'll push on. I'll try and do the best I can. But I feel for you, Jason, because at the end of this, at 1 AM, you're getting in the car for 2 hours till 3.
Yeah.
God, I don't know how you're going to do that.
Well, I'll let you in a little secret. I went to bed at like 6:30 PM and slept till about 10.
Yeah.
So,
I was playing Sting Pong with friends. And
I'm awake, so.
I'm tired. I've been playing Sting Pong all night. Sting Pong is really fun when you're versing someone who's bad at table tennis when you're good. So,
Yeah.
I got a lot of practice at hitting the target, and I think at the end of the night I counted 20 marks on his back.
Ouch.
It was his idea. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I am meant to be commentating a race, not talking about Sting Pong.
And
Thanks,
yes,
JRCFC19. Thank you very much. Oh my god, there's a lot of tyres on the track there. Did you see that? Oh, I'm currently riding on board with the number 2. At turn 1, there was a lot of tyres on the track.
They've been there for a while, and I'm just, you know how Ancient Slurps, this is his first ever race at GSR.
Okay,
So,
he's doing alright. It's a steep learning curve getting into GSR. I personally haven't even raced in GSR.
I mean, and especially a race, I mean, this is one of the more prestigious races GSR runs, so.
Well, this is their biggest series, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
Thanks, Epic ZX Trout. Thank you very much. We are doing the best we can. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Huh, we're getting 3 more followers. Cool.
That's awesome. We appreciate that. So yeah, as Lockie said, if you weren't here at the start of the stream, he will be off at the end of this stint. And then you can catch us. You can catch us at 9 AM Australian Eastern Time, which I don't know what time that is for you guys.
I've written it down somewhere.
10?
Yeah, there. Outro. I made this earlier. 10 PM GMT time. That's when we will be back live again for the final stint of this race.
Lockie will be back. I will be in the car.
Oh yes, I'm going to be joined by who was it? Maverick, wasn't it?
I'm fairly sure it's Maverick.
So I will be joined by the man you are currently watching drive on your screen, who is actually Jason's rival for this race victory, which is it's going to be very interesting talking to him after commentating with you.
You get contrasting views. I mean, the Toyota and Audi are 2 very different cars, so you get 2 different views of the racetrack.
BCK Racer, who's the other stream in that multi-Twitch? Who's streaming their POV? Oh. Stretch.
So there is a bit of a gap. It's looking promising. Dan is doing a really good job building up a gap for BCK and myself. Hopefully we don't need to use it.
It looks like
we just extend it.
It looks like he's the entire infield in front. Like, let me just get the track map up for a second. He is just coming around towards the start-finish line. So he's between that little straight between 12 and the finish line. He's just gone over the finish line. And Maverick is back at the bus stop. So you got the entire banking and the straight to turn one pretty much. So that is a very nice lead you guys have got right now.
It is a very good lead. Dan's done a really good job.
Okay,
and that's Maverick.
Yeah, I just saw them. That multi-twitch is Maverick. That'd be interesting to see. Have a comparison, but if I do that, I think my internet will shit itself and the stream will stop. So I'm not gonna dare click on that link. But if you guys want to watch both this coverage and the onboard shot or the POV of Maverick, who is the rival to the car we are watching right now, there is a multi-twitch link in the chat. It is worth having a click on and having a watch. Assuming your internet can handle 2 streams at once. I wouldn't dare try.
It's very much so. And Blonde just having a cruisy race by the looks of it. He's just coming up to the start finish line.
Yeah, he's a bit off the pace of the 2 leading LMP1 cars, and there's only 3 in the LMP1 car field, so he's gonna not have too much to do.
I mean, Blonde, but he's not the quickest driver, but he's the father of GSR.
Yeah, he's the one that started it.
He does all the admin. He's done all the admin.
He does a brilliant job.
He does an amazing job at running GSR.
But I definitely would not count him out of this race just yet. He might be off the pace, but there's another just under 11 hours to go. If something happens to these lead guys, you never know with him. He could be in there in a flash.
Speaking of, he makes a mistake coming into turn 6.
He's into turn 6, so looks like the leader of the race is currently going into turn 3 now, so he's not far off being lapped, and I hope for Blonde's sake he can just hold off Dan for a little bit, yeah.
Because the stints aren't exactly 2 hours long, they're an hour 45.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Because just to give a setup time for the next race.
Ah, okay.
For the next stint, I should say.
I might see how I'm going at the end of this stint. I might continue to commentate a bit of the next stint until I want to pass out. Because I'm having a great time right now. This is actually really fun. The first time I've ever done anything like this.
It is really good fun. I am.
But
really
you're going to be in the car, aren't you?
Yes, you'll be commentating solo.
You are going to be in the car in the next stint.
Unless you want to message Maverick and ask if he wants to do it.
Yeah, I might see if Maverick can jump into the comm box with me for a little bit on the next stint. Cause
don't ask him now.
obviously he's driving right now. I wouldn't do that. But I'm having an absolute ball right now, and I should be tired for 12:15 in the morning. But to be honest, I'm wide awake. So I kind of want to continue this because this is a lot of fun. As Dan goes to lap. I think that was, what's his name? I'm having a mental blank here. It is late, I'm having a mental blank. Ancient Slurps, that's it.
Ancient Slurps in the Corvette.
Yeah.
The unfortunate driver in this race.
Yeah.
What about you guys who are watching? Would you like to see Lockie continue on with this stream? Well, I'm in for stint 2 for about an hour of that stint.
Would you dare commentate while driving?
No.
No? Ah,
no.
What's the fun in that?
I would if it was just for me. If it wasn't a team race, but it is a team race.
Fair enough.
I don't want to let my teammates down.
So, if you guys actually like F1 2015 content, go over to my YouTube channel because me and Jason are actually doing a co-op series right now in the Red Bulls. A bit of fun.
It's a bit slow at the moment.
Yeah, it makes it difficult, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good series. Bit of controversy as well.
Yeah, China.
Let's not talk about it. Firstly, not to spoil it if anyone does want to go over to it, and not to get into an argument.
Yes, because just go and watch it. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's the plugging.
Yeah, plug done for this hour. Anyway, I should actually have a flick through the field. There is Dan. He is a fair way ahead right now. If we jump back to second place, Maverick, he is about to come over the start-finish line. We jump back to Blonde, the final place in the LMP1 class. He is not far ahead of where Dan is. He could be getting lapped in the near future, which I hope he doesn't, because if he can stay on the lead lap, he'll still be in with a chance, as long as he stays in that lead lap. If he loses a lap, I think he might just be out of it, but who knows? This is a very long race, anything can happen.
It's endurance racing. Anything can happen, it's endurance racing.
Okay, let's have a look at the GTs. We now on board with the 72 Bentley, who's currently leading the GT class. I believe that is currently driven by Woody. And we go back to second place, we have Mr. Marco and the number 16, and he is a fair way off Woody. That 72 Bentley is absolutely dominating the GT class right now. And assuming nothing...
Those guys are the quickest guys in the league. It's lucky they're in the GT class and not in the LMP class.
Yeah. Assuming nothing unforeseen happens, I would be very surprised if they don't take out the GT class. But I don't want to say too much. Don't want to put the commentator's curse on them.
No, we don't want to do that.
If we go back into third place in the GT class, we have the... I think this is the 74 Audi. It says 45 on the screen, but I'm pretty sure this is the 74 Audi in 6th place. 84?
84.
It says 74 on my sheet.
It says 84 on my sheet.
Oh, we've got the same sheet, but then...
It says 84. Go on the forums, it says 84.
It says 74 on both the stint guide and the car guide. Okay, whatever. This Audi, the one and only Audi, as the other Audi was a no-show. He is currently sitting in third place in the GT class, taking advantage of Charger's misfortune with the fuel issue earlier.
And then there is Charger, Dan's fourth in class, 7th overall.
Yeah, 4th in class is Charger, as the 3rd place in class goes through turn 1. He is coming out of the bus stop, so he is a fair way back. Let's have a quick jump on board with Woody. Where is Woody at right now? He is currently in the infield, so I'm really not sure where he stands in terms of lap with Charger.
Yeah, he's almost a full lap again. I'm not sure. I think he would have lost a lap. Because that was quite a long time he spent.
And your team, Team K, number 7, Toyota, Dan, from the lead of the race, is back in the pits. While he's in the pits, I will be back.
So it's just me for the moment, and I think I'm going to have to go away shortly. Because I need to go for a pee and a poo, getting ready for my stint. And here comes Dan coming out of the pit lane. Yeah, I think it's been a very good performance from Dan at the moment. He runs a bit wide coming out of... I don't know if you're watching. Yeah, you're watching Dan. He runs a bit wide coming out of the pits, but he's still keeping a commanding lead over Maverick. And Maverick's just coming through the turn 2-3 at the moment. So as Lockie said, the 72 Bentley is absolutely dominating this race so far. Woody, Nightmare, and Hussein, they're some of the quickest guys in the league, easily. Nightmare has won more championships, more races, more pole positions than any other driver in the championship, in the league. So, yeah, they can just put it on cruise for now.
Who's this?
Mr. Blonde, of course, the father. I was just talking about Woody. Woody, Nightmare, and Insane.
That's a strong lineup. It should be illegal, those three teaming together.
I think that'd be a bit unfair.
Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake right there from Dan coming out of the bus stop, but it hasn't really lost him too much time.
I'm going to go for a pee and a poo while I get ready for... Don't tell me, please don't tell me I hit exit. If I hit exit, I won't be happy. I dropped my controller. I hit exit, didn't I? I can just re-enter. Alright, I'm going for a pee and a poo. I'll be back.
Great, I really wanted to know that. At least when I did it, I didn't have to say it out loud. Anyway, let's just move on. Forget it. He sort of talked about that. We now have Dan out in the lead. He is coming up to lap what looks like... I can't even tell. I think that's the Bentley. No, that's the Mercedes. I apologize. That is the number 16 Mercedes of Mr. Marco. Oh, no, I shouldn't say... No, is Ireland part of the United Kingdom? I don't think they are. I don't know. But the two Irishmen and the Englishman there in the number 16 currently being driven by Mr. Marco. How long is left in this stint? Now, they are they're not 2 hours, they're an hour 45 stints. This stint started at, we're hour and 22 into this stint, so there's about 20 minutes left of this stint, and then there's going to be roughly a 15-minute break as we change drivers and whatnot, and then I think, I might be streaming the start of the next stint. I'll see how I go. Okay, God no, so I'm presuming you're saying Ireland are not in the UK. You seem fairly passionate about that there. Yeah. I apologize, Ireland not in the UK. But we have the team of the all sort of UK and Ireland area. Yeah, I don't know how to word that, to be honest, without offending someone. I apologize to you there, copper nuts. Anyway, we should have a look through the field again. Jump back to Maverick. 23 minutes left to be exact. Thank you, BCK Racer. 23 minutes, and it looks like the number 2 Audi of Maverick is just coming out of the pits now. Now, he is just going to turn 1, and now we're going to jump back onto Dan, who is in the lead, and he is coming out of turn 5, so he's got a bit of a lead, so... Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Have I missed it?
Maverick just pitted, and it looks like you guys have still got a fairly comfortable lead.
Cool.
Anything actually happening right now? Like, let's have a look at, why do I go into Woody when I'm looking for action? These guys are going to be so far out in front of the GT class, it's not even funny. Let's go back to Mr. Marco and the Mercedes. In the sort of European, British, Irish team. And they are coming down the back straight towards the bus stop. If we go back to Woody, where are they? Woody is coming down into turn 3. So they're about half a lap apart there. First or second in the GT class. And then we jump back into third in class. And he has just been lapped by the class leader there, as I think, yeah, as they both go very wide onto the grass there, pushing the limits here, and he's gone a bit deep by the looks of things and a little bit wide, but my starting to lag a bit and they're going back off the track. I'm not sure if that's my internet saying no more.
I think that's your internet. Oh, hang on. No, someone just ran off wide. The Audi ran off wide.
The Audi, yeah, okay. He did go wide. I wasn't sure. For a minute I thought my internet had lost the plot. Which I'm starting to think it has. Work, internet.
So yeah,
I beg of you. Work.
We're now 20 minutes left in the first stint of this race.
Yes. Now we're going to go back and have a look at Charger, who is 4th in class right now, who was very unfortunate earlier on when he ran out of fuel at about the 50-minute mark or an hour mark. and managed to just coast back into the pits, but lost a lot of time. Hopefully, he can get going again and get a decent result.
You stand well with Charger. I'll go with Smokes. I'll tell you where Smokes is. Smokes is, just going past the finish line. Is just past the finish line now.
And Charger is just going to the bus stop, so they are pretty much opposite on the track. You've got all of turn 12, pretty much. I just got the track map up there for you guys to have a look. So where is he right now? Smokes?
Where Smokes is turn 4.
Turn 4.
And he's just about to be lapped by
and
7.
Yeah, and alright, where is he now? Smokes.
Sorry?
Okay, Charger just crossed the finish line there. I'm trying to figure out what the gap is. With the track map
the
up.
whole infield.
Yeah, about the entire infield. So there's a bit of a gap going on there between 3rd and 4th in class, as it looks like Ancient Slurps was off in the grass there, letting the Lamborghini through, who we've said many times before is having a rough time in his GSR debut.
Yeah.
And he's out of fuel. I think he's out of fuel.
Is he out of fuel?
No, he's got heavy body damage. That is a lot of damage, especially to the front right, the brakes, suspension, and the bodywork. This does not look good for him.
He may have crashed.
He's had a big impact. Unfortunately, I can't go back and have a look what he's done.
He's smashed it. The car will
damage.
move now, I think.
The damage, look at that damage. That is, that's not good. Let's try and change the camera up a little bit.
He's buried the car somewhere.
Oops. Far out. Having difficulties. I apologize. I've never used this camera system.
He's doing a very good thing though. Slurps. He's
Yeah, the car looks pretty bent up right now. It doesn't look in a good way.
He's out of everyone's way, and that's so.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. He wasn't having the best of races on his GSR debut, but that is really unfortunate for the guy. I feel for him. I really do.
Unfortunately, I don't want to be harsh here, but that sort of sums up his race.
It does in a way. He hasn't had the best race, and I sort of feel bad for his teammates in a way. But
yeah, especially if I was them, I wouldn't have put him in the first stint.
But I'm just cycling through the cameras now. That you can see there is a lot of damage to his car right now.
There's a lot.
It's hard to get a good camera that really shows it, but there is a lot of damage to his car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's staying right off the track, not interfering with anyone else's race, which is the right thing to do.
Which is really good of him.
But that's very unfortunate for him on his GSR debut. But let's just have another look at the telemetry. That car, 100% damage to the front bumper.
In pretty much everywhere.
Both sides, to the front right suspension and to the front right brake, all 100% damage.
I wonder what he did.
He has had a big impact, a very big impact. I missed it, which is slightly annoying, but I wish I had caught it. But that's big.
He may have gone too fast through turn 1 and ended up on the grass.
Yeah, I think
I've done it.
I think he's pushed into turn 1 too much.
I've done it in practice.
It's easy to do. I haven't driven this track much, but that's one of the more common mistakes around this track.
I've done it in practice. Ooh, good save. Dan just runs a little bit wide. Nearly hit the tyre barrier coming onto the banking.
Yeah, I should probably get off board with, oh crap, what have I done?
And there goes.
I'm gonna jump back on board with the race leader.
Yeah. Ooh, Dan takes it slightly differently to me. He decides to stay in 4th gear through the bus stop, where I tend to go to 3rd.
Interesting.
Just to get a bit of steering.
So let's just check how Slurps is going back there down in a lowly last place. Oh, he's in the wall again. That is not good at the bus stop. Things are not good going well for him. I really hope he hasn't made contact with another car. I really hope.
It doesn't look like it.
You just want to cycle through the other cars, check no one has had any sort of damage. I really hope he hasn't made contact with anyone else, but I didn't see what he did this time. But at the speed he was going, I find it hard to understand how he did put it into the wall, to be honest.
I'm not sure, but all the other cars look okay.
Okay, so I think he has put it in there himself, which is good, because we don't want him to muck up someone else's race. We don't want anyone to crash into anyone else, obviously.
Especially not in an endurance race.
What is his damage looking like now?
Oh, I don't want to look.
It's about the same. He hasn't done too much more, but things are not going well for Slurps and his Apex Motorsport team.
Unfortunately for them, and they've got Mission Bullet coming in, who's a decent driver. I mean,
but
we've had our.
I think it's beyond salvage, to be honest, for them right now.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for them.
It is very unfortunate.
And that looks like an LMP1 car in front of him in the pits, and it is. That is Dan. I think he just hit Dan on my screen, but...
He did. He blocked Dan coming out of the pits.
Yeah, it was a bit of lag going on my screen, but Slurps is now in the pit lane. And he's got going straight away, and yeah, the car's magically fixed like that, because you can really fix an entire car that has completely destroyed suspension, brakes, and bodywork, you know, in about 3 seconds. Oh, that was close. That was very close re-entering the track with, I think that was Maverick, almost making contact as he sort of straight-lined it out of the pits. But let me just get this telemetry off the screen.
One thing I'm interested in, that'll be the number 7's final pit stop, but will Maverick have to pit again?
I've lost track of all the pit stops right now. If we have
10 minutes left in the race.
10 minutes
if I was
left.
Maverick, I'll try and go to the end, but
okay, so
I might not have the fuel to.
Speaking of fuel, I can check. He has 42% fuel right now. He does 18-minute stints. He's below half. So he's going to have to pit again in the final few minutes, I think. Or I think he's going to have to pit just before the end.
He's going to have to just to play it safe.
Yeah, I think he's going to be back in the pits in about 5 minutes' time. I don't think he'll make it to the end on that fuel.
You don't want to risk it.
Yeah, if I was him in this position, I would take the extra pit stop because things are going to be reset for the next race as long as he doesn't go a lap down pretty much. So I'd pit. I wouldn't take the risk on the fuel.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, Beast, but I'm pretty sure all the 6 distances are all added together, and that's how the winner is.
I don't know.
Determined.
Talk to Blonde or someone. Sure. I don't know about that.
I'm fairly sure that's how it works. So, at the end of the race, you'll get the distances that everyone's travelled.
How do you work out the distances, though?
Forza tells you.
Ah, okay. I don't play enough Forza, so yeah.
So in the mode they've got in, Forza tells you the distance they've all covered, and then you add it all up at the end of the race and you get a winner. So if you want,
you go on.
So what I'll do for you for stint 6, in about 9 hours time, or 10 hours time, or whatever. I will add up all the distances, so when you start the stream, you'll know who is where.
Yeah. So, we're now 1 hour and 35 minutes in. There is 10 minutes remaining of the first stint. of this 12-hour race. And then...
And my nerves, adrenaline are kicking in.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to continue streaming the start of the next stint and then sort of stop streaming somewhere in the middle of the stint? Or stop at the end of this stint? Just let me know. I'm happy either way, but I need to figure out quickly someone else to commentate with me because Jason doesn't want to because he has to drive the car and for some reason he doesn't want to commentate at the same time. Oh, what's wrong with you, Jason? Jeez.
Yeah. I wonder what's wrong with me.
Looks like Maverick's going a bit deep into turn 1 there.
No, not that much.
Just trying to find something to talk about.
I mean...
Where is Dan? He's sailing quite nicely right now. He's driven very, very well for you, hasn't he, in K Motorsports?
He's done an extremely good job.
Almost no mistakes, only 1 or 2 that I've seen.
And they haven't been massive.
He's had the pace.
And yeah, it's quite an act for me to follow. So
yeah, this will be interesting. I'll get to sit here and criticize your driving. Well, that's going to be fun. Can't wait to do that.
What if you can't criticize the driving? No,
I've seen you drive before. I'll have something to criticize.
Just don't focus solely on me.
I'll try my best not to, but when your friend's racing, it's hard not to focus on him and pick on him as much as you can. You know?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, you should probably stay until about half of the next stint. Okay, I'll see how I go. I'll start commentating the next stint, and I'll just see where I go with that. And depends. If there's a lot of action in the next stint, I'll keep commentating as much as I can. But if it starts to get dry quickly, I might pull the plug earlier. I don't know. I'll see how I go. And it's also about getting someone to commentate with me.
He's got to get up at about 8:30 so he can do the whole of the final stint.
Yeah.
Well, so.
If I go to bed, like, I have to get up... I'm going to get up like an hour before the final stint. And then... it's 12 hours. I'm going to commentate for at least 4. Then plus an hour, 12 that's 7 hours of sleep, assuming I sleep. I need more than 7 hours of sleep. Oh god, what have I signed myself up for?
Just go to bed afterwards. That's probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to commentate a little bit. I'll see how I go. But there is... Oh no, not quite. I was about to say 5 minutes. I thought the clock was about to tick over to 12:40.
The next stint will be interesting.
It will be interesting. I'm interested to see the start because I missed the start last time because, well, my Xbox decided that it didn't want to connect to the internet.
So, I mean, it will be interesting. It will be interesting, especially with the random grid starts.
It will be.
I've got no idea. I could end up starting at the front or at the back, and if I'm starting at the back, I've got to make my way through all the GT cars.
As we now have a GT car popping out in front of Dan, who is going quite wide, but so is the GT car.
The number 2 Audi in the pit lane. The number 2 Audi's in the pit lane for the last 5 minutes.
Nah, who needs sleep when you got GSR to commentate?
We'll have to see how we go in the race.
Hopefully I don't sound dead to the world for that final stint. But there is now 5 minutes left of the first stint of this race. Then we're going to have about a 15-minute break, and then I'll probably continue to commentate for a little bit, but there's going to be some driver changes, and then we're going to go back, have a grid, a random grid. All the GTs and LMP1s are all going to be mixed up. It's going to create for a very interesting start. And then when things start to spread out, I'm probably going to stop streaming and get some sleep. And then I will be back at 10 PM GMT time to stream the final 2 hours of the race. And then we'll see who comes out triumphant for the 12 hours of Daytona.
It'll be a close finish.
It will be. It's going to be very interesting at the front of LMP1. I feel that GT is almost
Is set.
is sort of already wrapped up. Assuming nothing unforeseen happens, it's hard to see anyone beating that 72 Bentley. But the LMP ones are going to be interesting between you and Sam Key Racing.
Two. You there?
Yeah?
Yeah. Between the 7 and the 2.
Yes.
And
Just-
then you
Go on.
go on. And you won't see it. The night stints start after stint 2.
Yeah, stints
That's
3
right.
and 4 will be night stints, but it's sort of night where I am, so I won't be streaming them, unfortunately. So all the streams from me you will see will be in the day.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Well, we've got less than 3 minutes left, and there's a very, very minor mistake from the 2.
What was I going to say? Far out. Oh, just a quick question. How are you guys finding the stream in terms of quality and jumpiness, lagginess, and whatnot? Because I've never done this before, and my internet's not great, so I spent a while fine-tuning it, and just checking it's sort
Yeah,
of
we did,
nice
didn't we?
and working.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, that was interesting. It took a while, didn't it?
Yeah, it took about 3 hours to get everything good.
There's only a couple minutes left in this stint. Oh.
The nerves are kicking in over here as I get ready.
Yep, you're about to jump in the car. How are you gonna go? What, you're driving, 1 till 3 a.m.?
Pretty much.
God, I don't know why on earth you're doing that. You should do the first and the last, whatever. That's what I would have.
I was commentating on this. I wanted to commentate.
True, very true. Yeah, my game is lagging a bit as it is, so it makes, it might be my game, it might be the stream, I don't know. But my game's lagging a bit, so it makes it, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can.
So, we're about to see the distance between the 7 and the 2, because the race is got 1 minute left.
1 minute left of this stint.
Yeah, I should say. So it'll be interesting to see how much of a lead I have to play with. And also, seeing the lead will also depend how I go into turn 1.
And we've got less than a minute left now, I reckon. It's probably going to be the final lap of this first stint.
Yeah. I think Forza cuts it off as soon as the timer runs out.
So they don't even finish the lap, or? I've never done this
No.
before, so I don't know.
I don't think they finish the lap.
Yeah, Turn 10 do need to work on their cameras and stuff a bit. It's a bit hard to control them and stuff. You don't get much, like, ability to change them and stuff. Like, they've got a few, but a lot of them are pointing at the car. So it's more focused on getting nice cinematic shots of the car than actually watching racing, which is annoying. They need a mix of both. Like, this chase camera is probably the best option right now, unfortunately, on this game, but yeah.
It's not bad.
It's pretty decent, but it would be nice if you could have like TV cameras that you don't just have pretty much the car taking up the entire shot, and that was somewhat realistic. But
I might be wrong. I think Dan's about to take the line.
yeah, it's ticked over to 12:45.
And he's coming through the bus stop now. What a drive for Stint 1.
He's done a very, very good job for you in K Motorsports. Always faultless stint, in truth, and yeah, hasn't put a foot wrong, really. You couldn't have asked for much more.
He's done a very good job.
Comes off the banking for what I believe is going to be the last time. It's now 12:46. This is going to be the flag, I'm sure of it. And across the line,
Well done.
Yeah, I
Well
think
done.
that's the end. No, not the end. Is the end? I don't know. I don't
I think
know.
it started a little bit.
He seems to have backed off. I think he's taken the flag.
I'm not sure unless he's running out of fuel because he's pushing fuel at the moment.
Let me just check the fuel. He's got 2% fuel. That's cutting it fine. 1%
Yes.
fuel. I hope for your sake the race is over.
It's going to have to finish shortly because you have hour 45.
1% fuel. How far is he going to get that?
Not far.
0% fuel.
0% fuel. So I don't know.
It's 12:47. The race is. Ooh! 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 The race is over.
That's the race over.
That timing though, he was about to smack it into the wall by the looks of things. He had lost it.
Dude.
The first first major mistake, and as he's about to hit the wall, the race ends. Talk about timing.
And no, we don't get the results, which is a bit stupid.
We don't get the results. That's
A bit
tricky.
silly.
Yeah, that makes it a bit odd.
But I can imagine
Okay,
it would be the number 7 from the number 2 from the number 8.
I'll let you run through that. I'll be back in a sec.
So the results are most likely going to be for stint 1 Dancia in the 7 Toyota, then Maverick in the 2 Audi, then Blonde in the 8 Toyota. Then we've got Woody in the 72 Bentley. We've got Marco in the 60 Mercedes. We've got Smokes in the 84 Audi. And yeah, and then we've got Charger, unfortunately ran out of fuel with the 33 Lambo. And then we've got the struggling Corvette 95 of Ancient Slurps. Alright, thank you very much. I've been Jason K. Once Lockie gets back, I'll be out of here and prepare for my stint. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Once Lockie gets back.
So where's everything at?
I've just gone through the results and I'm just about to get off because it's my stint.
Okay.
So best
let me
luck with the
message
commentary.
Maverick.
Best of luck with the commentary, and I'll see you guys later. Do you want me to hang up, Lockie?
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Nothing really to talk about right now. I'm just trying to find a commentary partner for the next stint. Just give me a minute. Oh my god, it's really annoying having to type out messages with a controller. Okay, I've sent a message to Maverick, who's going to join me for the last stint. And I'm going to see if he's going to join me for this next stint, as he's not actually driving. I think I got invited to a party. I don't have a microphone for my Xbox, which is great. I don't know what's happening. It's going to be a few minutes until the next stint starts, I believe. I'm not too sure what's going on right now. So, just a cheeky little plug. If you are enjoying the stream and stuff, want to see more from me, go over to my YouTube channel, XFitShow, subscribe. I do lots of mainly F1 content, some other stuff like Forza and Project Cars and whatnot. But yeah, go subscribe to me if you want to see more from me and stuff. Follow me on Twitter as well, and you can also follow GSR on Twitter at Global Sim Racing. It's all up on your screen, and of course across the bottom you got the big Global Sim Racing website if you want to go learn a bit more about GSR. Just give me a minute. I'm sending a message to Maverick. Okay. The next stint should start in about 8 minutes. That's what BCK Racer just said. 8 minutes till the next stint. So just bear with me for about 8 minutes. Not going to talk much as there's really nothing to talk about right now. Just trying to sort out getting Maverick to join me on Skype to commentate the next stint. Just let me add him on Skype. Add contact. Searching Skype dictionary. Direct. I think this is him. Just give me a minute. I shouldn't be too long. 7 minutes till the next stint. Just bear with me. I'm just trying to find a commentary partner. The next stint is going to be starting in about 4 minutes, I believe. Maverick, who was going to commentate, I think, seems to have just disappeared right now. He's left the lobby, not replying to messages, so not too sure right now. I'm just trying to work something out. Mr. Marco's in the game in spectator mode, so I'm going to see if he might want to commentate with me. Nope, Maverick's back. Maverick is back, so think he's gonna commentate with me. Now he's back. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Three minutes till the next stint. Add contact. I think. Yeah, Maverick's back on, but I haven't got his Skype just yet. Okay, I think I've found his Skype. I think that's Frank Sinatra, that picture. One minute. Everyone seems to be readying up, but I haven't got Maverick in a Skype call just yet. I could be commentating at the start of this on my own. Everyone, but pretty much everyone that's actually driving is ready, other than the people in spectator cams. I think it's about to start. I might be all on my lonesome here. Still... No, everyone's unreadied up. Not sure what's happening here. The stint should be starting now. Everyone's readying up pretty much. Not too sure what's happening. Okay, I think we're starting. Let me just get the stream back going right again. We are starting. Wait, I got a message. Okay, Maverick's just looking now. We're gonna flip back onto the gameplay. There we go. The next stint is about to start. Oh, we're at 9 followers now. That's pretty cool. I think when we started we had like 3, so that's pretty cool. Only got 4 people at the moment, but I can understand why people might have clicked away. But here we go. The start of the second stint here. Here we go. We are watching. Let me get a nice camera. Game camera. Oh no, I'm missing the start. Here we go. We're currently on board with, I think this is Mr. Blonde, who has just been absolutely mugged off around the outside by, I think Yeah, that was Jason going right around the outside turn 1, taking the lead for K Motorsports. Very nice, but he's running deep into turn number 3. We're going to jump back onto Mr. Blonde in second place, and he's not close enough to capitalize on that little mistake there. We now have a little bit further back in the field. There's already a big gap between the LMP1s. If we now jump back to the GTs, we now have Charger, who had the fuel issue in stint 1, leading the class in this stint, but I'm not sure where it all stands in terms of the race, as I'm getting a message from Maverick. Let me check my Skype. Yeah, he hasn't added me just yet. I'll check in a second. Let me just check there is nothing else going on. If we have a look a little bit further back in the GTs, jump back to Woody as he is looking to go around the outside of the Audi on the banking. It looks like he has got the move done right around the outside of the banking. We're going to jump back on board with the 84 Ferrari of Smokes. And it looks like Woody has got the job done. We're going to jump back onto Woody as it looks like he's going to be closing up on the Lamborghini of Charger here for the lead of the GT class. As Jason said many times, the number 72 Bentley team is probably the best team you could possibly make in GSR. And it looks like he's going to look around the outside as we head down towards the start-finish line, and it looks like he's got the move done right around the outside. We're going to quickly jump back on board with the Lamborghini, and I think he's being mugged, but he's going to go back up the inside of of Woody, and it looks like he's held onto the position. We're now going to try and jump back onto Woody. I wish it didn't take so long to change camera, but Woody could not get the move done around the outside there. As we head down into turn 3, as both cars look like they go very deep there. As we now come out of turn 3, Woody's going to be looking for a move. He's all over the back of the Lamborghini now. He just needs to find his way past. And the Lamborghini's going defensive into turn 6 as they are both running off the track. They're both gone way too deep, and the Audi has capitalized on both of their mistakes there, as the Lamborghini's getting caught off in the grass, and Woody has made the position on the Lamborghini, but both drivers have lost out to the 84 Audi of Smokes, who's doing the entire 12 hours by himself. Now Woody is going to be getting right on the back of this Audi very soon, as he definitely has the pace, he's definitely the quickest in this GT field, and he's closing up a lot, even around the banking. It looks like he's going to go towards the inside as we head down to the bus stop chicane. It looks like he's going to have a very simple move. He's not going to be challenged around the outside, and Woody is now up into the lead of the GT class. We're now going to jump back on board with Smokes. And there was really nothing he could do there. Woody is just too good in truth, and has gone clean up his inside into the bus stop. A very nice move from Woody. But if we look a little bit further back, we now actually have a Ferrari in here. Wait, a Ferrari? Okay, I'm confused. I didn't think there was a Ferrari running, but nonetheless, he's gone right around the outside. Who is in the Ferrari? Let me figure this out. Just... Wait. This is Insane Hyena. This is Insane Hyena in 5th place, and he is teammates on the 72 team with Woody. So they're both currently in the race, but they're on the same team, but he's in a Ferrari, so something has gone very wrong here. Because their two teammates are currently both driving in different cars. Something must have happened that I have missed. I think Insane Hyena must have broken off from the team. I'm not too sure. But things are not adding up to me right now. And I'll be back in just a second, as I just need to check my messages. I'll just put the track map up for you guys. Just give me a sec, guys. I just need to send a message to Maverick. He's just said in the chat he's about to join the Skype call in a minute. Okay. Sending that message. Let's get back to the racing. We're still on board with Hyena. If someone could please let me know what is going on here, as we have two teammates that appear to both be driving at the same time, which is fairly odd. Okay, BCK Racer 44 is a wildcard entry from Insane Hyena for a one-off this stint. Okay, I was a bit confused, thanks for clearing that up. So he is just doing a one-off stint because he feels like it, I guess, I don't know. But after that earlier mistake at the start of the stint when both Charger and Woody ran very deep, he is now running 7th overall, and that is what, 4th in class? Yeah, I believe 4th in class. As now we actually have Murphy's Law in the game. He was not in the first stint as his game crashed at the start, but he looks quite close to the back of that Lamborghini. I think we're going to stay on board with this battle for a little while. There could possibly be some good racing here, but I honestly don't know what to expect from Murphy's Law. I have no idea where his pace sits due to the fact he hasn't been racing up until now because his game did crash, unfortunately. And let me just check one thing. Okay. Chris Chronic, the 585 still has not turned up, so I'm going to guess he is not going to be in this race whatsoever. Oh, sorry, I just need to have a drink there. He looks like he has gained a little bit down on that banking and is getting very close as we head over the start-finish line. He's looking to the inside as we head to turn number 1. Up the inside he goes, late on the brakes, goes wide, goes very deep, squeezes him out, but the Lamborghini has got a switchback on him and they make a little bit of contact. The Lamborghini's still there, he drops a wheel in the grass, they're going side by side into turn 3. The Corvette has the inside line, but is the Lamborghini gonna go for another switchback move? No, he doesn't. He cannot make anything, but there he is. I was about to change car, but there he is. You can just see him. Oh, they almost made contact there. The Corvette really wanted to turn in. They do make a little bit of contact there, as they are still going side by side, but it looks like the Lamborghini might have gone a little bit deep there. I kind of want to change to the Lamborghini, but I don't want to miss out on too much of the racing, and the Lamborghini has fallen behind the Lamborghini of Charger. That was some brilliant side-by-side racing, but the Corvette has made the move stick, but I feel the Lamborghini is going to come right back at him around this banking. So, BCK Racer, just going back to the 44 wildcard entry, it's not carrying to anything, he's just doing laps, and he's saying he will likely be used as a pusher in case people run out of fuel, like the Lamborghini we are currently riding on board with did in the first stint. But the Lamborghini is not as close as he was coming onto the first banking, dropped off a little bit off this Corvette. But let's just have a look, how overpowered is this slipstream going to be around the banking? But it looks like the Corvette has the edge over the Lamborghini in the straight line. He's definitely not going to be close enough to launch a move into turn 1. But let's just see how much he can gain through the infield. Maybe make a move into turn 5 possibly. But it doesn't look anywhere near close enough. The Corvette has just broken away a little bit. Okay, let's go back and have a little look at the LMP1s, and it looks as if Jason K, the person I was just commentating with, is currently leading this race for K Motorsports, and he's coming up to lap the 16 Mercedes, I believe. Yes, the 16 Mercedes. Let's have a look back. Mr. Blonde is in second, the LMP1 class, as of this stint. Of course, I'm not too sure where it all stacks up, but he's currently, track position is in second, with Samson in third, who has replaced Maverick in the number 2 Audi. Seems a little bit off the pace, and is a fair bit behind Blonde, as you could just see him on the right of your screen, I believe, but the LMP1s have really spread out already. If we now look at the class leader for the GTs, and let's have a little look back at Insane Hyena, who is a wild card, doesn't mean anything, is a fair way back, and then Smokes is not that far back off Hyena. Then Murphy's Law, similar gap. The Lamborghini's still pretty close to Murphy. Charger's still pretty close to Murphy's Law, but not quite close enough to really do anything right now. If we go back to Copper Nuts, he is a bit further back again, really no one near him. And then Mission Blunt, who is teammates with Ancient Slurps, is a fair way back and in last place. So let's go on board with Charger, I think. See if he can reel in that Corvette in front of him. And I am just going to put you back onto the track map for a second as I have a check of this message. Okie dokie. This person has still not shared details. Okay, Maverick just messaged me saying he's ready, but he doesn't seem to have added me on Skype just yet. Not sure what's going on, but it looks as if this race is spread out a fair bit, and the Lamborghini making a little bit of a mistake there, cutting the corner a little bit, but it looks like he was trying to get out of the way of Mr. Blonde there. As I am just going to put you back on the track map for a second as I have a look at this message. It's cold. I called. It's not connecting. Maverick. Doesn't even say you've shared details with me yet. It still says this person's not shared details with you. I'm not sure what's happening on your end though. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, back to the racing. So, looks like the Corvette got a little bit of wheel spin there. There was a bit of tire smoke. Let's just have a bit of a flick through the field. We're going to go back to the lead, where Samson, who is Maverick's teammate, is now currently in the lead in the number 2 Audi, who's actually right behind this Lamborghini, trying to lap him, and the Lamborghini is not making it easy for Samson. Is actually running off the track, taking out that Rolex sign, and is having a little bit of difficulty, but he doesn't sound like almost sounds like he's out of fuel, but I don't think he would be at this stage. He's still got 28%. Fuck. I pressed exit. Shit. I pressed B to get rid of the telemetry, but it kicked me out. So let me go back into spectator cam. I'm really sorry about that, guys. My bad. My bad. Okay, we're back with the racing. Sorry about that. I do apologize. My mistake there. Now let's not exit. Let's go back to that normal game camera we have been running. And we are now on board with Mr. Blonde, who has dropped to 3rd. So I'm guessing Jason and Mr. Blonde have made their first pit stops in the Toyotas, which don't have the best fuel efficiency in comparison to the Audi, who can go probably about 4 minutes longer. So I'm guessing the Toyotas can normally make about a 14-minute stint, and the Audi can usually make about 18 minutes. So the two Toyotas have been forced to pit for fuel reasons, and the Audi will be coming in the very near future, I believe. Oh, I need a drink. Okay. Let's have a look back at Woody, who is currently leading the GT class. Looks like he's about to round the final banking and head towards the start-finish line. And second place, this is actually a wild card entry, not technically part of the race, is just starting that banking. And then technically second place in class is just coming around the banking. So there seems to be quite spread out there. If we now go back, have a look at Murphy's Law in the Corvette, then I believe it was Charger in the Lamborghini, pretty close behind him. The gap has started to grow a little bit there, so I think Charger just doesn't seem to quite have the pace over Murphy's Law. Then we go a bit further back, we've got Copper Nuts, 08, in the Mercedes, who is coming around that final banking, and then Mission Built going through the midfield now by the looks of things, a fair way off the pace. The 95 entry Corvette, I think it's not a strong team, but they're giving it a good shot, and that's what's important. I hope those guys are having a good time. They've had a bit of bad luck with Ancient Slurps' crash. I'm still not sure what happened, as I did miss that. But they're giving it their best shot. That's what's important. I hope they're having a really good time doing so. Let's have another look back towards the lead, as Jason is now back in the lead of the race, then Samson, and then Blonde. So, Samson pitted, who's Maverick's teammate in the number 2 Audi, and has come out ahead of Blonde. So are they close on track? This is where Blonde is. Where's Samson on the banking? Blonde must have made a mistake, because I don't remember them being that far apart. Fast for the blast. Sup? What is up? How are you going? I need something to talk about, as the Audi's actually back in the pits. The Audi hadn't pitted. Jason and Samson collided, and I missed that. Oh, I'm pissed off now. I missed that. I'm disappointed in myself. I can't believe I missed that. But he's just coming to the pits. Where is he going to come out, though? Let's go have a look at Jason. Let's have a look if he's got any damage. There doesn't appear to be any damage whatsoever on his car, so he seems fine. So, BCK Racer, what happened? 'Cause I didn't see it. They seem quite spread out now. Yeah, they seem very spread out. What's going on, Maverick? You still haven't added me on Skype. It makes it a bit hard to call you and commentate with you. Not sure what's happening on your end, but nothing's happening on my end right now. So, I will be back in a minute while there is nothing happening. I've been drinking too much to keep my voice alive and keep me awake. And you sort of see where that goes. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have added you and tried calling. That's odd, because on my end, I have not got anything. It just says this person has not shared details with you. I think I do have multiple accounts. I did have another one, so you might have called that. I don't know. I'm really not too sure. Oh shit, what have I done? I'm really not too sure what's happened there, Mav. Because on my screen it just says this person's not shared details with you. So, Jason went around the outside of Samson in turn 5 and made contact. Samson did a half spin. I'm disappointed I missed that. I want to criticize his driving. Damn it. Okay, so let's just have a look. Alright, just give me 2 seconds. Stretch. Oh. Okay, let's just have another look through the field. Jason K is currently leading the race for Team K after that stellar performance Dan put in that first stint. Then in second place we have Mr. Blonde, who finished 3rd in that first stint, who's currently ahead of the second place getter in the first stint, which is now currently... Oh, he is way off. He has had a big moment there. Not sure what's happened for Samson, but he has been a little bit... Not just him, but the number 2 Audi team of No. Oh, that's an L. I've been reading it wrong. Sam Kell Racing have been a bit inconsistent, making a fair few mistakes. They have the pace, but the consistency isn't there. If we now have a look back into the GT class, the current leader is Woody, and as it's been said many times, this 72 Bentley team is one of the best teams you could possibly put together in GSR, so they are going to be comfortably ahead. Then in next is the wildcard entry of the 44 of Insane Hyena, who is only doing this one stint as a wildcard just for the sake of it, who is actually part of the 72 Bentley team that I just mentioned. And then in technically second in class as of this stint is the 84 Audi of Smokes, who is doing the entire 12 hours by himself. Then third in class is, he's actually not third in class, Murphy's Law, who is actually right behind the Audi. Didn't realize they were this close, but it looks like the Audi's going to peel off into the pit lane and wreck our fun. I thought we were about to have a good battle, and then he pits. That's frustrating, but I guess that's what happens in racing. How many laps is this? 12 hours, however many laps that is. I cannot give you an exact figure, unfortunately, but we do 6 1 hour 45 stints with 15-minute breaks and that goes for 12 hours in total. And then we add up all the distances to see who won, pretty much. And this is currently the second stint. We're about 25 minutes into it. So there is a long way to go in this race. I just said 2.5 hours into this race, pretty much. So we've got 9.5 hours to go. And I'm going to stop commentating fairly soon, but I will be back for the final stint. It's an endurance race, mate. What do you expect? No life, really? I'm only commentating for like 4 hours of the race. I'm not the one with no life. If you want to go around pointing fingers at no lives, what about, say, Mr. Blonde doing the entire... actually, no, I didn't say that. Just ignore the fact that I said that. Pretend I didn't say that, as we have a GT car off. He's coming back in the path of the Lamborghini. And the Lamborghini avoids him quite nicely. But there are some people doing the entire 12 hours by themselves, but it's a bit of fun. So, speaking of people doing the entire 12 hours, we have Mr. Blonde in the number 8 Toyota in the LMP1 class. We have Charger in the Lamborghini. We are what? Hey, I've got a Skype call. I think this is Maverick. Wait, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Maverick!
What's up, buddy?
It's finally working! What the hell is going on? It's a miracle. It is a miracle. So, how'd your first stint go? Tell us about it.
It went pretty well. Yeah, I did okay. Jafika was super fast, so it was a lot faster than me. So technically he was out in front, but I was able to, for the most part, maintain my pace, and we ended up finishing the same mileage, so I don't know how that's going to shake out in the end, but this is stint number 2, so lots of racing still left.
Few mistakes I noticed.
Yep, I had one spin, which,
It's never a good thing.
I'm definitely, of the two of us, Samson's more consistent than I am, and I'm generally faster than he is, so, hopefully any more mistakes today.
Hopefully the two sort of balance each other out there.
Can you guys hear me right now? I thought I muted.
What? Is... Can...
And so you just heard everything I said.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, you guys, what? I get confused with the stints, but you're currently on track in 3rd place in the LMP1s, but you finished the first stint in 2nd. I'm not sure. What was your mileage in comparison to Blonde?
I was about, I think he was I think we were three miles ahead of him, or 2 miles ahead of him.
How long's the track?
4 miles,
So,
half a lap.
about half a lap. So, the Blonde is about to cross the start-finish line, and you guys are not far behind him by the looks of things. You are about to cross the finish line as well, so I think you are net ahead of him. I think. This is where it gets confusing. Yeah.
I got 2nd on the, more or less, even though the people was in front, we had the same mileage, and then Blonde was half a lap behind us still.
Yeah, so I think... So, Blonde isn't far ahead of you guys right now, so you should technically be ahead of him, if that makes sense. It gets confusing with the stints, but...
Yeah, because the Audi has, I think, well, Samson can get 2 to 3 laps more per stint than I can, so, or than the other cars. So,
yeah, I noticed... I've only got time to go off, but the Toyota stints lasted maybe 13, 14 minutes, whereas your stint seemed to last 18, 19, so you seem to have the upper hand on the fuel usage there, and be able to get away with less stops.
Definitely.
But it seemed like the Toyota might have been a bit faster.
Yeah, well, I think my top speed was about the same, but the acceleration on the Toyota was a lot faster.
Just wait, any way to boost the volume on Maverick? Just give me a second. Is that better? I've turned it up a little bit. I hope that hasn't turned the gameplay up a bit.
That's 1, 2. How's my audio? Does it sound a little bit better?
I have no idea how this sounds. I'm not sure if my internet's crapping itself or... No, my internet's crapping itself. He just fell through the ground. But Jason seems to be making a few mistakes in the lead of this race.
Samson just had an off when he's in traffic between some GT3 cars.
Yeah, I think my internet has shattered itself right now. They do not look like the normal lines Jason would be taking. Please just work, internet, for God's sake.
You're in Australia, right? Don't you have like
Yep.
unlimited internet?
Yeah, but it's like 1 megabyte up. It's terrible.
Oh, okay.
We,
Yeah,
I,
my game is very good at it there.
what's your
Sorry, I'm running pretty cheap.
yeah.
That's
So, what's your upload? Oh, am I seeing what you're seeing? Did Samson just hit the tires?
I think he did. Yep, I'm switching now.
Yeah, I think Samson is just locked up into the bus stop and hit the tires. He's now back onto the banking. I wasn't sure if that was lag at first, but I think he's actually made a huge mistake there, in truth. That would have cost him a lot of time.
Yep.
You're probably not very happy with him.
There's no damage, so
Oh, that's always a good thing.
final damage is definitely
So, what is happening back in GTs? And, yeah, the Woodies looks like he's way out in front. Apparently, Insane Hyena's running as a wild card for this one stint or something like that. I'm not too sure what's going on there.
I think it's just for fun to add another car on the track.
Yeah, it looks like there's a fairly big gap between Woody and Murphy's Law, he's on track in second at the moment in class, but he didn't compete in the first stint, so because I think his game crashed, didn't it, or something? So
Yep.
he's going to be last
Yep,
essentially in
crashed
class.
out, so
That's never a good thing.
unless someone else has a crash out too.
Yeah, he's just
So, Hyena,
driving for
this is
fun.
his own piece of that, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, he's part of the 72 Bentley team. So, and Woody's currently in the car for them, so I think from what BCK Race is saying, is he's just out there for fun, getting some laps in, and if anyone runs out of fuel, he'll act as a pusher, I believe, is what he said.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. So that means Woody has a pretty healthy lead on next place, which is Murphy's Law. So right
And
now, if you go to Woody,
you need to actually go to third place, because Murphy's Law again game crashed, so he's really not in contention
oh,
anymore.
that's right.
So, who's in third place in class? I think it's the car I'm running on board. No, it's Charger in the Lamborghini, but he's going to be a fair way back from memory because he ran out of fuel in that first stint about midway through.
He did, yeah.
So I think he ended up maybe a lap down, so I'm not too sure where he ended. Because I didn't get to see all the results at the end, I just got kicked straight back to the lobby. I didn't see any of the results, so I have no idea on what the gaps are.
Samson, you're good on fuel this lap. Next lap, you're gonna fit.
Bit of coaching going on here.
Just a little bit. But I can't tell, so he's got on the back straight, Mr. Blonde. Let's see how
Hey, just to check, is the volume okay now, BCK Racer? Because you said Maverick was a little low. Is it a bit better now? It looks like... Wait, let me check the fuel on Jason's car. He's got 34%... Oh, he's made a bit of contact with the lap car there. He's got 34% fuel right now, so I'm not too sure how long he's going to be going. A few more laps, but not too much longer. Mr. Blonde's got a bit more fuel, and Samson, I believe, is pitting the end of the next lap, isn't he? 13% fuel. He's been out there for a while on this stint, hasn't he?
Yep.
And he just made contact with that Ferrari. I'm not sure if it's lag or not sometimes.
It looked clean to me.
Okay, it's probably just the lag on my end. Trying to stream and play the game at the same time on cheat internet doesn't go that well. You don't know the pain of this internet. Yeah, the Skype call just went a little bit laggy, but that's okay. So, what's the time in the US right now? Hello?
It is 7:36 a.m.
Oh, wow. It's 1:37 a.m. I don't know why I'm still up. I've got to go to sleep and get up for the final stint still. Oh well. Who needs sleep? It looks like Jason's made a mistake. I was about to say it looks like he hit the tire wall, but that looked more like lag to me than a proper crash, because he sort of continued on like it almost didn't happen. So I think that was actually lag and there is no damage. Yeah, there's a lot of lag right now. I'm really sorry, guys. I think it's stabilizing. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are you following there?
Following Jason. Yeah. Yeah. Currently out in the lead. Doing a pretty good job, which is annoying. I want to find something to criticize him on. He's going to be pitting fairly soon. He's down to 15% fuel, so maybe not this lap, but the lap after he is going to be peeling off into the pit lane. And I believe Samson's probably in the pits about now, or soon enough. Or has he just come out of the pits?
He exited the pits.
Okay, he's just exited the pits, and he is going into turn 5, I think that is. And where is Jason? Coming after turn 4, so you're almost getting lapped, but Jason is going to pit very, very soon, so you don't have to worry. As I doubt that's Jason's driving. I think my stream's really the game's really lagging right now. Yeah, it seems quite laggy. Yeah, he's glitching through the ground. He's currently going around the first banking. Yeah, he's about to come on the back. Yeah, now he's on the back straight. So where is He's going to the bus stop. Where is Samson?
Samson is checking the thing. Looks like he's coming up. Oh, he's on turn 1 right now, so.
Turn 1. Jason is coming into the pits even. I just put the track map up there for a second because the game was glitching out really, really bad there. But he is now in the pits, so where is he going to come out? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Samson's coming up to turn 3 right now, I believe.
Yeah, Kay's still in the pit lane as of now.
Okay.
And he is racing again.
Alright.
So he's just going to turn 1 now. So where is Samson at now? Let's have a look.
He's at turn 6,
Oh, he's
getting on the bank.
coming out of the infield. So he's glitching through the ground. Great stream.
Looks like maybe Blonde and Copper got into it a little bit.
It doesn't look like any damage. So wait.
I want to say Copper was coming out of the pit when Blonde was going into turn 1.
Wait, let me just go to another car for a second. Wait, never mind. I'm getting it. Never mind. Yep. Just lost the plot for a second there.
So, Blonde just came out of the pit. He has 98% fuel and he has full tires, so
yeah.
maybe he was going in while someone else was.
There might have been contact with Copper Nuts, because he's got 3% damage to his engine. Not sure if that's from contact or just wear, but I don't know, I'm just guessing. I'm not too sure what's going on. Jump to another car. Yeah, most cars don't seem to have any engine wear, so I think there might have been contact of sorts.
Yeah. think the damage is pretty liberal when it comes to. I think you gotta hit something real hard.
Yeah.
When I spun it last race into the tires, it gave me nothing. At least I was showing up in the twister.
Far out. Ancient Slurps must have had a very big crash, and I didn't actually see it, but he had like 100% damage on everything. He must have had some big impact to get that much damage, though.
Yeah, I think Slurps is a new racer. He's a new part of the Global Sim family.
I think he is, yeah.
It's good to see him out here on one of the hardest races of the year.
Yeah, I think, from what I've seen, I'm not too sure, but Ancient Slurps is definitely on debut, but I think that whole 95 outfit is fairly new to the whole GSR thing. I'm not 100% sure on that, but far out, the game is really lagging for me. The car just keeps hitting the wall and going through the ground on the banking. This is super laggy right now. Let's just have a little check to see if anything is happening. Where is Samson? Mr. Blonde. Really nothing happening right now, to be honest.
Yeah, the field's pretty spread out now. So.
Yeah. I'll be back in just a minute. I need another drink.
Okay, you're kind of making the Twitch stream boring. You're too far out in front. I think you should slow down for Blonde and Samson. Apparently.
Okay, I'm back. What?
I was cutting up with the party. I was saying that Kay was making the stream boring. So we need to slow down and let Blonde and Samson catch up.
That would be good. That would be great.
He didn't answer.
What a surprise!
I actually don't think he's in the party, so.
Yeah, he's sometimes a bit like that when he races. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. It's a struggle to get him to do co-op sometimes because he has to talk to me while we do that on F1 2015. If he's driving, he doesn't want to talk to anyone. Yeah. Is anything at all happening?
Not really. Fields, I mean, that's a problem with the small field that we have. The GTs get spread out and then so the LMP1s, so.
Yeah, it's a bit
turns into hot lapping.
does in a way, but at the same time you need to be careful not to bin the car and whatnot.
Yep.
It's the worst thing you could do in an endurance race.
That's when you really mess up, just because you're either pushing it too hard because you're alone, or you just stop paying attention.
Yeah. anything at all. Like, come on.
So I didn't have a chance to see if Charger. So Charger right now is ahead of Smoke, even though he ran out of fuel last step. Don't know where he finished in comparison to Smoke.
I think Smokes beat him. Wait, which car is Smokes? Let me check. I think Smokes might have beat him. Cause Charger lost a lot of time from that fuel issue where he ran out. It's nothing happening. This is fun. Okay, Jason's defying physics and going through the ground. So it's nice to see. The game decides. It's alright now. It's just, yeah. Oh, on my screen that looked really close with the lap car, but there's a bit of lag, so. He just went way off on the grass on my screen. Yeah, he went a bit wide there, I think, but it's hard to tell what's lag and what's actually happening.
Alright, thanks Brandon. So BCK is saying that Smoke's at 5 miles ahead of the Charger last step, so...
5 miles, so that's just over a lap. Okay, so Charger's got a lot of work to do because I don't think there's that sort of gap. Can you get like a... I wish this...
He's got to hit this lap or next.
Yeah. I really wish they had a better sort of replay cam system, so... or spectator cam I should say, so you could get like a track map up, you get like the live timing and whatnot up, 'cause it's hard. You gotta try and have two people trying to watch two people and compare where they are on the track and guess. It's really not ideal.
I don't think in 5, didn't they leave out spectating completely, so at least it's a step up from that.
Yeah, the cameras could also do with some work. The only camera that I've found that's actually decent is the chase cam. The others, like the TV cams and stuff, they focus too much on the car. It's more about getting cinematic shots of the car than watching the car race, which is annoying.
Yeah, I know, it's more for that visual flair.
Yeah.
Coming up on 2 GT3 cars on the back.
Samson. Let's go have a look at Samson. Wait, 2 GTs together? Ooh, I think that's the Lambo of Charger. I think that's the Lambo of Charger, is it?
It's Charger.
And Hyena, isn't it? Yes.
And Hyena.
There's cars close to each other on the track. It's about time.
Let's follow that action.
It's the Ferrari versus Lamborghini, the Battle of Italy. And there goes an LMP1 car, pushing him out of the way. But it looks like Hyena is going towards the inside. It's hard to tell what's happening amongst all the lag. And it looks like he squeezed the Lambo right out there. I have no idea where the Lambo is right now.
Right behind him, so he's right on his tail.
He's right on his tail. I've changed the Charger, and on my screen they've both lagged into the grass. Oh, there's a bit of contact. They're running side by side now as they head down to turn 4. The Lambo's going to have to back out of this. He's just lost out a little bit to the Ferrari of Hyena. Now head into turn number 5, I think. And I can't, it's really hard to tell what's happening with all the lag. The Lamborghini's way off the track. That could not possibly just be lag. That looked like he went very wide there. And that could mean he's just not close enough to fight back at Hyena.
top speed. It looks like Hyena's pulling away here. They head into the bus stop. The bus
Yeah.
stop, good line through there can break it, so...
That's very true, but from what I've seen, the Lamborghini, well, in comparison to the Corvette, is not that fast in a straight line. And I honestly don't know where the Ferrari stacks up, but it seems like the Lamborghini is on the slower side for straight line speed, and he is not, doesn't look like he's got that bus stop right, cutting the corner even a little bit there on the grass, all falls off. He looks...
It's all-wheel drive, so it's real heavy, and it takes quite a bit longer to slow things down and get that momentum under control.
Yeah. But he's too far back to do anything really now. Well, that was great while it lasted for the lap. Now back to boredom. Almost. Anything happening at all. Let's just have a little flick through. Let's go back up maybe to the LMP1s. They were the most spread out from memory. There's Samson, where's Blonde?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much is...
Yeah. One's at the bus stop, one's at the start-finish, and one's coming out of the infield, I think, so... They're as spread out as 3 cars could possibly be on this track, pretty much.
It's about cut it in half, or thirds.
Yeah. It looks like Woody has gone very, very deep and off the track into the grass there just as I switch to him. But he is so far out in the lead, it really doesn't matter a small mistake like that. Hey, 10 followers!
Nice. Welcome everyone, hope you're enjoying round 1 of the Global Sim Race Endurance Championship. This is stint number 2 with the day, so hour 3 we're at.
Yeah,
So
so we're almost at the 3-hour mark.
So Samson, if you switch to him, he's coming up to Blonde now. It looks like Blonde may have had to pit last lap. So, close the gap a little bit, but he's going to have to pit on this lap, so that hope we can just get out ahead here.
Come on, I want to see Blonde make a little mistake so they can battle for at least half a lap or something.
Yep.
We just need to get something going.
Gaining on him. Now things spread out. We can get on the banks.
Yeah, the slipstream is I don't play enough Forza. How good is the slipstream in truth?
It works pretty well. Just like in real life, the closer you are, the better it's going to be. But you got to be at least about 3 or maybe 4 car lengths.
Yeah.
For it to really be effective. So.
Yeah. So, you said Samson's going to be pitting at the end of this lap, then?
Yep. I just called him into the pits.
Okay, then. So much for that potential battle. And into the pits he goes. And he's going to drop back into 3rd place and last place in the LMP1 class. We jump onto our race leader and LMP1 class leader, Jason K, who is doing a pretty good job out in the lead. Doesn't look like there's anything happening near him, so yeah, this is. He is just coming out of the bus stop.
Okay, so Blonde is coming up to turn 6, I believe.
And he laps the Lamborghini. Let's have a look at Murphy's Law. Where's he at? He looks very lonely. Where's Insane Hyena? Oh, he's sort of close to Murphy's Law. I'm going to ride on board with the 44 Ferrari just for a few minutes. Maybe not minutes, but let's have a look. How is the stream right now? Because I think something's trying to load or something. I don't know what's going on with my computer right now.
It's not alright on Twitch for me.
Okay, because I accidentally refreshed the page for Twitch. And it's trying to play the stream, but it's sort of buffering and I can't pause it. So it could be crapping out my internet.
It's looking good still, so...
Is the chat working?
Hyena's still not letting Murphy go, which is good. We might actually,
And there goes Jason.
Cage is fast. Yep. Gonna dice things up here in the bus stop.
I sort of hope, what's his name? Murphy's Law has to back off a little bit to let Jason pass, but it doesn't look like that has happened, just so he can slow down a little bit, so we can have some racing.
Yeah. So Murphy's Law, that's who crashed out at the start of last night,
Yeah,
right?
so he's out of contention for anything. He's just racing because it's fun, really.
Yeah.
His game crashed from memory, and he's run very, very wide there, and Hyena has really, really closed up through there.
They has. Now these turns here, they could make or break it. It's such a flat course. You really got to make sure you hit the line right so you can get the apex on the drive out.
Looks like Murphy's Law might have done it a tiny bit better, but it looks like Hyena's closing him under the brakes. A little bit more confident under the brakes.
Oh. Not sure what happened, but it looks like Samson got 6. Is not finding K here.
What?
Did we lose K? I'm gonna check in with party chat.
Okay, where is... I think his internet's crapped itself. It does that a lot. I'm gonna check my Facebook messages.
So K, did we...
I could have a very angry message.
Oh
I...
my god.
I think he's gone.
So it looks like K did, yeah, yep. He's off of turn 3. No, turn 5. There's his car just run into the grass there.
It looks like Kay is out. I'm trying to message him on Facebook. I am expecting a very angry response any second now. Or maybe in a few minutes, because he's probably going to punch something.
You know, it's not fair having these technical glitches like this, but in a way, it kind of simulates the unknown endurance version.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was going to say. Unknowns like engine failures or tire blowouts, etc., etc. It sort of makes up for that. So in a way, you might see it as unfair, but it's sort of like racing in a way. It's something that happens.
Yeah.
But I am not surprised that happened with his internet.
Yeah.
And yep, there is his car off.
Interested to see once the series gets to 2 cars. So the first two rounds were in Forza. The next 2 rounds are in 2 cars, and the last 2 are alternating. 2 cars has more simulation.
Your mic's crapping itself.
Is it?
Yeah.
My internet seems okay, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it sounds almost like a problem with the mic. But anyway, it looks like Hyena is very, very close to Murphy's Law. Not quite close enough to go around the outside on the banking, but he's pulling to the outside as we head into the bus stop chicane. But he had to back off there, could not hold it around the outside, and has not been successful in that attempt, but he is still all over the Corvette's gearbox. He's going to hog that slipstream, and now we're going to see how this Ferrari compares in a straight line to the Corvette. But he's popped out of the slipstream, going for a higher line around the banking. Your mic sounds a bit better now, which is good.
Oh, it looks like he's pulling up. It looks like the Ferrari might have the top speed.
They're side by side. Jason K is typing a message to me on Facebook. I'm expecting it to be in all caps, but it looks like the Ferrari has gone clean around the outside of Murphy's Law into turn 1, taking that position. As we now jump back to Murphy's Law, Jason K is taking a while. Okay, I'm just gonna quote Jason K right now. Fucking internet, just fucking disconnected piece of fucking house Aussie internet. I apologize for the language, but that is a direct quote from Jason K, who has disconnected from the lead of the race.
Dude, it's heartbreaking, dude, especially if you're running in first. It's just destroys any the momentum you have going. The Murphy Law is still, he hasn't let Hyena pull away from him. So although Hyena is now on the first bank, he is pulling away a little bit.
There is a bit of a gap now. He got the move done and has pulled away a fair bit now. Well, not a fair bit, but enough to break sort of the slipstreaming effect and stuff. And it's going to make it difficult for Murphy's Law to catch up. He's going to have to nail the corners to catch up, but he's taking a very nice line through there. The bus stop a bit aggressive on that final curve, cutting it a little bit. But I think he's actually gained a little bit of ground with that nice line.
So, but it does look like the Ferrari has the top end. He's pulling away for sure now, just a little bit.
So, just going back to Jason K for a minute, as it looks like Murphy's Law is coming into the pits, I replied to his message saying I've got mixed emotions. He's like, well, you can just fuck off then. I don't know if I should feel... I find it funny in a way that he lagged out, but I also feel bad for him in a way, but I also find it funny. I don't know what to think.
Well, I mean, you want a good show, right? So, it does add some drama to the race, that's for sure.
But it also sort of takes him out of contention for the race, and he's gonna be pissed. Thank God I don't have to commentate with him again.
It's gonna depend, I think, on, you know, the Samkel Racing and then Blonde. If they don't lag out, it's gonna be really hard for,
Yeah, for Team K, but it's really bad for BCK Racer and Dan, especially Dan, who put in such a superb performance in that first stint, to be fucked over by Australian internet, pretty much. There's no other way to say it, really.
Yep. You're right, Sam.
I'll be back in just a sec.
Alright, so... looks like Copper and someone is dicing it up. Smoker.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright. So we had a little bit of action with some GT3 cars a few moments ago, but I think
Which
one of
cars?
them was a lap down. I can't figure it out. I want to say it was Copper Nuts and someone else, but I can't. I couldn't find it on track.
I'm not too sure. God. Completely unrelated to this race, but I've gotten into an argument with this guy about who deserves the Ferrari seat when Kimi Räikkönen retires next year.
Hold on. I gotta see what's going on. Greg, what happened? What happened, Samson? Did you go off? I'm trying to commentate and engineer all at the same time. That's why I'm talking shit about my teammate. Alright, I'm back. What were you saying? You talking about F1?
Yes, I was getting slightly distracted because I was checking YouTube and I was in a comments war with this guy about the Ferrari seat for 2017 when Raikkonen retires. Completely unrelated to this race.
Yeah, I don't really follow F1 all that much, so...
I was about to say you're missing out, but you know, since the new V6 turbo era is pointless watching almost. Doesn't stop me from getting up at 1 AM every morning to watch the race when it's on, so...
Hey, racing's racing.
True, but sometimes there isn't. It's not racing, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Hyena pulled quite the gap on Murphy.
let's just jump onto... Murphy, did he pit? I'm not too sure. He might have pit. I really don't know. It's hard to keep track of all the cars without, like, timing and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he did pit not too long ago. He has 86% fuel, so I'm going to see
Yeah.
what Hyena's sitting at. And Hyena's 28%, so...
Yeah, I think I did see him peel off into the pits, but I can't really remember.
Alright, so Woody's coming up to the start and finish. Let's see where, let's see where on... Or no, I'm sorry. Hyena's coming up to the start finish, and then Woody's coming up to the bus stop. So they're about a half lap away from each other, if not a little bit more. So Woody has a substantial lead, and Hyena's gonna have to pit before Woody as well. Woody's sitting 50% fuel.
Oh, wow. I know you don't really follow F1, but I'm sure someone watching this stream follows F1. I've got into this argument with this guy. He thinks John Eric Verne is the most deserving of this Ferrari seat in 2017, and he's saying he's best friends with Vettel and stuff, and saying apparently Gutierrez said something, I'm not too sure. But he's saying Verstappen won't go there because something to do with Red Bull, and Vettel doesn't want Verstappen or Ricardo, so I'm not really too sure, but he's like, I'm saying it's highly unlikely because he's been snubbed by Red Bull twice, and he's been out of the sport for what will have been 2 years. He's like, Michael Schumacher returned in 2010 when we last expected it, anything can happen, and I'm like, yeah, but that wasn't really with a big race-winning team. He's like, I'm just saying it can happen, so I'm sort of saying, well, I can also win the lottery. You probably don't really care, but there's nothing to talk about right now. Anyway, what's happening with the race? Is the stream... How is the stream? Is the chat working? I don't know. I don't even know what it's doing now. It's sort of crapping itself. I'm not sure. Because it's still sitting there with the circle going around. It has been for a while. Okay, everything's still working. That's all that really matters. I just wish I could pause it until it just stopped. I'm using an Elgato HD 60.
You like it? Because I'm thinking I'm gonna pick that up.
It's one of the best things I bought. Really easy to use.
Yeah.
I use it for all my YouTube videos and stuff, and I'm using it for this, my first ever live stream, which was fun to set up, to say the least. Trying to find settings that worked with my internet's capabilities. That took a while. Yeah, it's really easy to use. It's literally just a little thing smaller than your phone. HDMI in, HDMI out, just passes through pretty much. So instead of one cord, you got two, and then just a USB to your computer with some simple software. That's all there is to it. Records really well, easy to use.
Nice.
I don't think you can get much better. So Maverick's volume is still a bit low. Okay, let me just try and sort this out.
I'll try to boost it on my end too. And
Let me bump that up. Is that a bit better, or is that bumped up the game sound as well? Like I just said, this is my first stream, so I don't exactly know what I'm doing.
yeah, my I boosted it on my end too, so hopefully that will help some.
Is that better? Racing Jason. Oh. Yeah, Jason's back in the stream. Do you want to talk on Skype? I'll add you to the call if you want. Let's add people to this call. Jason K. Is it gonna call? It's gonna call.
There we go.
I'm calling you, Jason.
Hey, we got
Thanks,
some
mate.
people in the chat. Welcome.
Got 7 people watching, that's pretty good. It's about the average. Okay. Jason is about to join the Skype call.
Alright, let's see where Samson second's gonna have to hit this lap. I wanna see what Blonde is. So Blonde just going to turn 1, so they're gonna be ahead of him.
Yeah, I should probably actually have a look at what car I'm watching and stuff, because I haven't actually touched my controller in ages. You probably got bored watching a blonde for the entire time. And it looks as if Samson's in the pit lane. And we are now 3 hours and 15 minutes into this 12-hour race. And I was going to go to bed an hour and 15 minutes ago, and for some reason I'm not even tired yet, and it's like 2:15 in the morning.
Gonna make it through this stint and see how you're feeling. Is that why you're not racing? In the middle of the night? Is that why you want to commentate instead?
I'm not... I don't know. The only racing I seem to really do is sort of F1, and I still use, like, the racing line and stuff, like, the racing line ABS, I still use those to assist, so I don't really do much racing. I just do my career modes and whatnot and F1 and stuff, but I like to commentate. I thought it'd be a bit of fun. Jason asked, so yeah.
Nice.
I accepted before. What?
Both you guys are in Australia?
Yep. I know him from school, so yeah.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I thought I would commentate, and then I accepted, not knowing what time the race was. And then he told me it was 11 p.m. till 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And here I am at... Yeah. I was only going to commentate the first stint. Now we're over halfway through the second stint. I'm still wide awake. I don't even know where I'm going to give up and go to bed. But I need to get enough sleep to wake up for the final stint.
Larry Belt said they stayed up till 4 last night, so if they can do it, you can do it.
Can I stay up till 11 a.m. though? Just not sleep, just commentate the entire 12-hour race, just... I don't even know. My voice is gonna get sore, and I'm drinking so much water right now, I'm having to take toilet breaks, like, very regularly.
See, I gotta moderate my liquid intake.
Oh, you're driving as well, yeah.
10 minutes in, yeah.
Something I don't have to worry about, thankfully.
Samson, good clean pass, bud.
Let me just try calling Jason again. Not too sure. He's saying he can't join.
It's showing him in the call, so...
Yeah, it's connecting. I'm trying to call you again.
at. So the
Yeah, you just
oh,
run through everything.
still pretty spread out. So Woody's coming up to, is that Hyena, I think? Ferrari, it looks like.
Yeah, Hyena. Yeah, I think it's Hyena and the Ferrari.
Yeah, Woody's,
And I don't think there's going to be any battle here. They're on the same team. Hyena should get out of the way because he's not part of this race. And they're actually teammates, so he doesn't really want to compromise himself. And he pulls up to the top. Oh, he's coming down.
to me, it just lagged out. It just showed him going into the infield grass.
No, that's still okay on the track. And looks like almost...
Some lag racing behind me now.
Yeah, I think Hyena's holding him up a little bit. And I'm assuming he's not going to challenge Woody, and there he goes. But does that mean what I think it means? That means Woody has a lap over the entire GT field in this stint alone.
Yep. It
Wow.
looks like, I can't tell if that, is that Murphy? No. Who is up ahead?
Wait, so the first 2 stints a day, the next 2 are night. I kind of want to almost commentate the next stint, just to commentate at night.
Yeah, it could be pretty cool. I mean, it's the track has a slightly colder temperature, so that's simulated, which is cool. I know a few of the guys are running different tunes for the night section.
Okay, it doesn't look like Jason would join the call for some reason. Bit odd, but my internet's probably struggling, to say the least.
Can't say I blame him. Like you said, yeah, he's not talking to me what I would be if I was in the lead and had some engine trouble.
Internet trouble, really.
Yeah. I like to pretend he's in the garage, have to fix things.
I think he's more probably sitting somewhere punching his pillow.
I think Woody just lapped someone else, or he's coming up on someone.
He's coming up on someone, definitely.
Is that Charger?
It looks like the UK Irish team.
So that's Copper Nuts then.
Yeah, Copper.
See here.
The number 16.
Yep.
This is a lapping as well.
Copper running 8th place right now. So Woody is, yeah, he's made quite the lead for himself.
This is in this stint alone as well. I think he was already a similar distance up in after the first stint. Put the first two stints together. It's a big lead. Now let me have a look. This is the 72 entry. Oh my god, who the hell? I've got these 2 pieces of paper. One with all the cars and the drivers and the numbers and the picture of the liveries. And then I've got a stint schedule. And for the 72 team, they decided to make it black with dark purple writing. Who the hell made this? This is a... Okay, Woody's done the first 2 stints, which we've already seen. And then Nightmare is doing the 2 night stints. And then Hyena's doing the final 2 for this team. So this is... Woody's got another 25 minutes in the car, and then he's done for the day. Now...
To see if his teammates have the same state of pace as him. But regardless, he's definitely giving them a leg up for future stints.
Yeah, now, while I've got looking at this sheet, I'm just having a look at the K Motorsports entry, the one that just lagged out a little bit earlier. Jason is not going to be back in the car until the final stint. Let's just hope your internet doesn't do the same thing in that final stint. That would be...
So is BCK next stint, and then Dan, and then K?
So stint 3 is BCK, then it's Dan, then it's BCK, then Jason.
Okay. Let's just talk for a minute. So Blonde, running by himself, so he's doing all 12 hours.
Yep, he's doing the entire thing by himself.
Right now.
Yeah, he's running in
He's doing
second.
really good.
Well, he's running
For first
in
now, right?
first now because again, as I've said, I didn't see the actual results of the first stint, so I don't know what the distances are. But he is currently going in turn 1. Do you just want to have a look where Samson is?
Yep, I'll do that. Kay's commenting in the chat that he was about 5 kilometers up from Samson. Yeah, he had a ton of space. So, Samson just came out of the bus stop.
Okay. I'll tell you, so he's going into turn 5 now. I've got the track map up, so where is Samson?
I just crossed start finish, or no, he started crossing now.
Okay.
60%.
Okay, he's about the infield behind, looking at the track map. So that's maybe a mile or so, maybe a mile and a half, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Does anyone in the chat know what the distance between Blonde and Maverick were in that first stint?
It was 2 miles.
2 miles. So I think now that K Motorsports is sort of out of this right now, I think you might just still have the net lead. But we'll have to wait and see at the end of the stint where it all stands.
Yep.
I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Anything of interest happening? Doesn't seem that way, does it? I might take this opportunity of nothing happening to plug my own channel, because, you know, I've been told I'm allowed to a little bit, so, you know, if you are enjoying the stream and you want to see more from me, go check out my YouTube channel. The name's in the top right hand corner of your screen. I'm currently 2 subscribers off 350, so it'd be awesome if you could help me hit that. So, let's just have a quick... Oh, is that a mistake from... I think this is Blonde I'm with. Yeah, is that a mistake from Blonde? Going quite deep there into turn number 1. Not the ideal line there. Now, let's just have a look.
It's like a bit of trouble this lap.
I might go back to Blonde. Nothing seems to be happening with Samson. He seems a fair way back. So, what's happening in the GT class? Where's Woody? He's going to be a lap ahead of everyone. There's really not much point looking. There's not much going to be going on in his world. Insane Hyena.
It looks like Hyena's coming up to Charger, I believe.
Would be for a lap, yeah.
Yep.
Murphy's Law.
Fuck, am I on the... Are you good, my bad? I gotta make
Smokes.
sure that I'm saying polite things about everyone in the race.
Ah,
Trouble.
yeah.
Now I'm muting so.
It's probably a good idea. And there's really no one that close on track, unfortunately.
Yeah, so about the closest action is Charger and Hyena or Woody? Hyena, and they're still quite a ways away, but
I might ride on board with them.
I'm curious what the fuel usage is for Woody and that Aston compared to everyone else, or if he's just running that much faster.
Well, Jason was telling me that Woody is probably one of the best guys in GSR in terms of actual raw pace. So, I don't know. I don't really know the guys in GSR that well, to be honest, so.
Yeah, him and Nightmare are really quick. So
Yeah, and they're on the same team. That's brilliant.
Nice save there, Greg.
It looks like Hyena is coming up on the back of Charger.
Alright, I'm switching now.
Wait, I've got it. Getting a call. Just wait. Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I've got Jason, but I've lost Maverick.
Oh, no,
No, Maverick's there.
Hey,
I'm here. We're
I'm-
yeah, we're good now.
your mic's a bit weird, Mav.
Yeah, so is yours. I'm getting it back open now.
Yeah. There seems to be a big echo coming through your mic, Maverick.
Both you sound fine online.
I'm gonna hang up and try to read that.
Okay.
That's something worked out of nowhere.
How long were you trying for? It doesn't sound any better. Hey, I'm just gonna end the call and try calling you guys back.
Okay. Doing good, Samson.
Is that
Hello?
Oh, you know what? We never. I think the problem was, I think we were. What the hell? How am I
better?
talking to you?
Technology.
Wait, I can hear Maverick and he's not in this call.
Yeah, that's how it is for me too. Alright, I'm gonna.
Wait,
Skype.
yeah,
I'll be right
I'm gonna quit Skype as well.
Sorry.
Wait, no, the Maverick call's just ended because Mav's quit Skype. And he's gonna come back. I think me and Maverick were in 2 calls at the same time, both to each other. Or something. You gotta love technology. Shit.
I'm in bed, scrunched up in a little circle,
The
circle.
fetal position. The fetal position, pretty much, yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting. That sounds a bit better.
Okay, how you doing, buddy? That was a tough break, man. You were so far out front.
I know, such a good race. I just made a mistake lapping the 72 cars Woody. I don't know if you saw that.
Nope.
I made a mistake. I hit the ball and the pits, and a lap or two later, I got disconnected.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
We need MBN, don't we? We need MBN.
I'm really disappointed because the team has done such a good job. Through no cons and everything, the race got done.
I completely agree. You and Dan both had the pace against Stanton and I, so that's even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a way to win, you know?
Nah, but unfortunately, that's racing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
who knows, we might crash out one step too, so.
It's like an engine blowing up. It's all part of racing.
It's all fun racing, so you never know.
Yep.
I don't know if you can catch it when Samson and I got into a bit of a battle.
No, I missed that. I think I was talking about some of the lower teams.
Oh,
Yeah, I was watching it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. It was really good. It was. one of the most exciting things to happen so far.
It was pretty good going around the outside fine.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good racer, Sam.
Yeah. Like, I'll say that.
What just happened there? I think he just cut out. Just to interrupt for a minute, there's less than 15 minutes left in this second stint.
Looks like I'm not watching. They're depressed.
Are you watching the stream or anything?
Yeah, well, it looks like Blonde's got this thing from that.
Yeah, Blonde, he's just been Mr. Consistent. Hasn't been the quickest, but he's been there to make up for others' mistakes. Okay, fine. You get what I'm saying, though. Alright. You understand the point I am attempting to make.
Yes, I do.
Good. Don't argue.
Before I broke up, I was just commenting on what you said, Kay, that Samson actually is, I think he's a better racer than I am. He's more consistent. And he's real clean when it comes to traffic, so.
And it looks like Blonde's just come into the pits, but on my screen he just T-boned the wall coming into the pits. I'm not sure if that happened on your screens, but that was a little odd.
Oh.
No, he's still going.
Just bits. Yeah.
It was really odd. I don't know.
So he's exiting the pit while Samson's on the first bank.
It's a long race for me, so.
And he's gone straight across the grass. It is still a very, very long race. We are at about the 3.5 hour mark, so there's still 8.5 hours left of this race. That is a very, very long time. Anything is still possible.
And we've had
Do we still get the?
two cars lag out, so.
Do we still get the kilometers?
There's no way to track what you completed, though, is there? Well, there might be, because your car is still sitting there backwards.
Because I think I racked up over 200k.
Yeah, and as you left, in the party chat, they were discussing trying to figure out what your kilometers were sitting at. So
Yeah, if they can get what your K is, I assume they'll include it.
sorry, Greg. Sorry, bud. You have the space. Just keep it clean. Don't hit anyone. You do have damage though, so you're gonna have to probably pit this next lap.
Who's this? Oh! Samson's off! In the wall!
Sam.
Badly?
Things are not going well for Samson.
As his teammate, especially.
And he has 100% damage to his front, 100% to his front left brake, 100% to his front left suspension, 100% to the sides of the car. That is not good.
That's how he spun out the second time. I think it was the brake and the suspension damage that caused that second spin.
Yeah.
Low speed.
100% steering damage, 100% transmission damage, 100% driveline damage.
I lost after I got down to my mistake.
Oh, really? It just makes the car so unpredictable. So bus stop is probably gonna be real tricky here.
This will be interesting.
Take it easy through the bus stop, right? Nice. Good job, good job. Just gotta limp it in.
So you spun through it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I keep trying to adjust my muting, the two channels, but I keep forgetting sometimes.
That's fine.
Mostly concerned about watching our fuel because it's so easy to forget.
You go through it so quickly on this game, you're pitting every 15 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
little charger ran out on that in that first stint, about the hour mark. It's an easy thing to do. So, are you back in the car for the next stint, Maverick?
I am, yeah.
Okay, Jason's going to bed. Maverick's back in the car. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue or go to bed.
Well, if not, I know I'm streaming my gameplay, and so is Samson. I think maybe Josh is as well. Not 100% sure though. So I have multi-switch up right now, so I'm seeing all the different angles, which is pretty cool.
My internet would not be able to cope with that.
You don't risk
No.
at 11:01. Very angry call to
I do not blame you.
They will not.
Where are you guys at? So I podcast with the guy just outside of Melbourne, and he has phenomenal internet.
What part of Melbourne?
Honestly, I don't know.
North, south, east, west, far away, close.
I know he's a train ride into the city, but I don't know what direction. I think it's like a...
That covers pretty much all suburbs. How long?
Yeah.
45?
I want to say...
He'd have to be in the outer suburbs. Maybe out towards... How long does it take on the train from where you are, Jason?
Oh, that now.
Oh, so not as far as you. Maybe near where I am. But that could then be a radius anywhere around the city. I'm not sure. He has good internet though, so that's the bit that's tripping me up.
Yeah. But you know what's really annoying about my internet drop?
What?
It dropped for like 5 seconds.
I was recording a career mode race and my power dropped for half a second. And that was enough for the Xbox to go off.
I did a 5 splits of 12 seconds and then pop back out. Or maybe a bit more than 5 seconds. I don't know. I would go downstairs, punch up, come back upstairs, punch.
I was right! I did say he was off punching something. Yeah.
Yeah, I punched the wall, the stairs, the seat, my bed, and I went and cried.
You cried? Ah, I'm disappointed. I thought you actually cried. That would have been entertaining. What? Yep, there is 5 minutes left of this stint.
Or the opposite, I can't tell. So hard to tell. I wish, at the very least, I wish we had a lap counter.
I know, that would be so useful. It's ridiculous how use full Samson's off. Samson's off. He's gone through your car, Jason.
Wait, so he's in the barrier?
No, he's got it back on, but that was a fairly big off there from Samson.
So we can count Hyena. Hyena's not really in this race, right?
Oh! Did Samson just hit the wall on your screen?
I don't know. I don't know if it's actually happened or if it's lag on my end. It's hard to tell sometimes.
What's he doing now?
He's fine now.
He's going through the bus stop now.
Yeah. No damage, so I don't know.
There's been one disconnection per race. So there'll be 3 changes for the one.
That is a depressing ass stat.
Then again, I'm in slow times now, if I do everything. I'm too competitive.
It's alright, man. Totally understandable.
Looks like we have 3 minutes left in this stint. And then I am going to be going to bed. In the last 5 minutes, I've just started to crash.
Like my excuse me. Just the world's happiest person.
Really? I couldn't tell. I thought you were really happy right now. Samson's hit the wall again. Or it's lag.
I
Could
think
be
it's lag.
either. Yeah.
I don't know if Blonde is 2 laps ahead or not, but it looks like they have closed the gap a little bit.
I'm not gonna know because I didn't get to see the timing screen at the end of the last stint, so it'll probably be the same this stint, so I really don't know. We've had 11 followers now. I've got 8 currently watching. Hello, 8 people.
Whatever times
We have about 2 minutes left of this stint, and then I'm gonna call it a night until 10 p.m. GMT time. I'll be back for the final 2 hours of this 12-hour race at Daytona.
and so will
You're not.
Hopefully for the whole thing.
You're gonna be commentating with me again, aren't you, Maverick, for that final stint?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sweet. I'm cool with that.
That's it for now. But with this next event, expect a slightly more angle
We'll go down to the pits and have an interview with you.
Yeah, you need the bleep machine.
Okay, it looks like about 1 minute left. I'm not sure. I can't remember if this stint started on time or not.
I think it was a minute late.
Okay, maybe we've got 2 minutes left. I'm not sure. It's going to end in the very near future.
Unfortunately, I am in the very distant past. Wait for it, like 3 hours it takes to get the stream. 3 hours it comes through. After that, an hour before it comes through. So I have to back it up all the time.
Yep. That's your internet. It's like whenever we try and record co-op, your internet's fine until we start recording. It's ridiculous. But anyway, this stint is going to finish any minute now.
We're just waiting for it. What's the time slip now, guys?
2:45 a.m. Samson with a bit of a lock up there, going quite deep.
I don't think Party can hear me anymore.
There is another car stopped there. There is another car stopped. I think someone else has
Oh,
lagged
yeah, who was
out.
that?
It was orange. It might be Murphy's Law.
I think it's...
Murphy's Law is stopped. And I think that's the stint over. I am currently got the Forza logo on my screen and a circle in the bottom right.
Me too.
I think the stint is over. Right as I was figuring out, yep, that is the end of the stint.
Alright guys, I'm gonna jump into the driver's seat.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump into bed.
Thanks, bud. I will see you guys later.
Thanks for commentating. I'll talk to you a bit later for that final stint.
And I will hop in the car later. So you'll see me next on screen.
Yeah, okay, thanks guys for coming and watching the stream. It's almost 3 a.m. here. I've commentated more than I had planned to. I was only going to commentate the first stint, but I decided to commentate that second stint as well. But it's time for bed for me. I'm going to be back up for 9 a.m. my time for that final stint, the final 2 hours. 10 p.m. GMT time. You can work out whatever time that is your time from that. I will be back up on this exact same channel here on Twitch to live stream the final stint of this race. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. If you have enjoyed and you've enjoyed watching me and stuff, you want to see more from me, go over and check out my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. I am 2 subscribers off 350, which is pretty dang cool. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can also follow GSR on Twitter. And if you want to find out more about GSR, if you don't really know much about it and you've enjoyed the racing you have seen today, there is their web address at the bottom of your screen. But again, thanks for watching. Tune in at 10 p.m. GMT time in about, 6 hours time, I believe, for the final stint of the race. And I'll see you all later.